freaking fracking righty. Okay, so then let's do a bit of a recap. Okay, so last session, the party had a encounter, like an actual direct combat encounter, uh, with some of the like weird, like cult guys that have been making a move in Laurel. Uh, there was a dude who was essentially like preaching to a crowd of people in one of the like streets, one of the little side streets, and the party was taking the side streets in order to like get around where the like big action had happened in the previous session. But there was another one of those guys over here, like talking some shit, and after he like started talking like some shit, combat got started, and this resulted in like a couple of the guards who were standing around doing like normal guard ass stuff, to suddenly like get glowing eyes and like turn on the party and the crowd as like people scattered and combat ensued. There was one guard who was up on a walkway who did not turn. He remained as a guard, and helped out in combat. Not like terribly much, but like he helped out in combat. And then at the very end, when these guys were taken down, he kind of like looked at the party and was like, man, it sure is wild that these guys had magical guns that they used in this combat, and then they disappeared suddenly after they were defeated. Huh, weird magic, isn't it? As he's basically just giving you the guys are like, I'll just turn a blind eye to the fact that y'all whipped out guns and shot these motherfuckers. But the cultist, the main guy who was like pulling all the shit off, he got his like just shit rocked right at the very end there, and he isn't dead. He's just unconscious.
Rex.
So you've got one guy who is unconscious. The other like guard dude, they dead. So very unfortunate that they
we did bring back the other guard, right?
Oh yeah. The other guard did get saved.
Yeah, I gave him one of the
Potions of life.
Yeah, elixir of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did.
God, I'm looking at my little like snack plate for later that I've got set over to the side. I'm like, God damn, that's pathetic looking.
I've been burning the inside of my mouth like every day this entire week because I just won't. I have a problem with like eating hot food really fast.
Ow,
jeez.
Yeah, I need to stop.
I hate that.
I really need to stop doing it.
I hate burning like the tip of my tongue or just like the roof of my mouth. Like that shit is the worst.
I don't know. My problem is I hate eating food that's cold or like warm or room temperature. Like I want it when it's hot, but like I don't want it scorching. But there's like no perfect in between for those two. It's either like warm or hot, and I don't know.
Yeah. Finding that right like perfect temperature magic spot is so goddamn difficult. Okay, so the one guard who helped out, who the party also like helped get him back up after he went like down right there at the end of the combat. He is essentially officially washed you guys of any sort of like wrongdoing when it comes to like reports of gunshots, which is definitely going to be happening. So you have a guard who is like on your side as far as that is concerned. And you've got one unconscious dude. The guard, the one guard who is, like on you guys' side. While everyone is starting to like poke their heads out and like look around to see if that like now that all of the like loud banging noises and shouting has stopped and people are starting to like check out and look and whatnot. but the guard, he asks the party just in general, what do you plan on doing with the unconscious guy?
Obviously, you take him in for questioning.
Callie up here on the banister is like, we captured one? I thought we killed everybody.
No.
No, I
actually-
got this wizard stuck in a bridge suplex, so we're good.
Yeah,
We thought we could get some information out of him, or at least, you know, like use him as like a bargaining chip to say like not get arrested.
Well, I mean, as for questioning, I don't know. I don't got any questions for him.
Well, you don't want to know what all that freaky stuff was going down earlier was about?
Oh, Callie kind of like perks up. Is like, oh, I already know what was happening. I forgot to tell you guys what was happening there. And then Callie mentions the whole thing that she remembered about their religion and throwing orgies and whatnot. And like when she gets to that part, she still doesn't know what the word. She's like, orgies. I don't really know what that word means. Well, that's what the book said.
They do something called orgies, something like that. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. But yes, they do orgies, specifically between Laria's, she's a fucking oracle. She knows all kinds of shit about religion. Callie just being like very well read, if not exactly understanding of everything she's read, and Torque's like cultural connection.
I'm convinced Callie has like photographic memory or something, because she probably just like she'll probably read through an entire book and remember everything.
I mean, probably.
If she even if she doesn't understand what the words mean, she'll remember
exactly. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just drag for visual sake here. I'm just gonna drag the party and this one guy over here into this little corner so that they can talk to him privately if they so choose. But for the religion and everything, in relation to all of that, the person or the entity of which this faith is surrounded is a figure called Omiyuza, and Omiyuza is a Trolsh deity. He is not a particularly popular or prominent deity, which may on the surface seem sort of odd, considering that basically all of these guys have been in town. Yo, work sucks. Let's just like drink and fuck and have fun. And then there are a lot of people who are like, you got a point there. The reason that Onimuzu is not a more popular deity is because he's one of those deities who doesn't really have like an off switch. He is like 100% in the thing that he is about all the time, sort of like guy. So basically it's doing, quote unquote fun things, and specifically like adult flavored fun things, to the detriment of everything else. Like, it is the only thing worth doing, period, is indulging in your physical, pleasure stuff. So essentially, like, his followers very, very frequently tend to be alcoholics, drug addicts, thrill seekers, to a insane level, rather than just a like stupid skilled level. Like, some of them get like stupidly skilled at like things that you would think are like, well, you gotta be fucking insane to do that. But others are just fucking insane and do these things and generally die in the process of doing them, which technically, if they're dying in the process of doing this thing as a follower of Onimusa, then they're doing exactly what their religion asks of them. So, eh. But yeah, that's who Onimusa is. That's what his religion is generally about. And this region is very odd for this, cult basically to suddenly pop up in. Trollsh deities don't have a lot of like penetration into like the imperial lands. They're from so far to the east that there really just is in a lot of mix of them. Torque also specifically from her cultural background of it, she doesn't like these people.
I mean, I wouldn't like these people. I mean, imagine, having like your supply lines and work disrupted because somebody thought it'd be really funny to go and buy all the alcohol in the store and throw a huge party.
Yeah, that's annoying. I agree with that, Callie. That isn't. But like, one of these motherfuckers shot me through the chest with a crossbow bolt once. So I have kind of a personal gripe.
You know what? Understandable.
I mean, I personally hate anybody who's part of a cult or religion that's just kind of weird.
I mean, kind of weird is
putting it lightly.
Honestly, lightly. That's being polite. More polite than I think that these fuckers honestly deserve.
I guess now that we've mentioned all that, I guess my question is, why now? Why here?
That definitely would be a question to ask this guy once you've woken him up.
Oh shit! I forgot Kylie's like asking these questions to his unconscious corpse.
Yeah, like he's just laying there on the ground. I'm going to say that the party took the opportunity to like bind his arms and whatnot. So he's basically tied up, but he's just laying on the cobblestones drooling.
Seamus didn't have him like a perfect bridge this whole time.
Yeah. I had him a perfect bridge, then we probably tied him up. So I was saying, yeah, he's out cold. I'll say like, oh, you want me to wake him up? I'm gonna give him a nice, quick little smack across the face and say, wake up.
All right, you slap this motherfucker across the face, telling him to wake the fuck up, and he kind of like grumbles for a moment, like all groggy and whatnot. But then you like see his eyes like open up. They are very bloodshot. Now that he's just been laying here and whatnot, like he looks like when he was on the street, he looked hale, hearty, healthy. He definitely put up a fight, like a fight, like a healthy person. But now he looks kind of like a strung out crackhead.
Did he have that red eye coffee that Callie made or something like that? Blood eye?
Poured on him, hot coffee on his face.
Hey yo, hot coffee mod. This guy.
Hot 16 big action.
Let me bring up his actual stats here so I can let you know what's going on. Other than the robes that he's wearing that are part of the religion and all that sort of stuff, he does have a small wooden clearly it's a holy symbol of Onimuso that's just strapped with like a leather tie like around his wrist or whatever. But he's got a holy symbol, he's got the robes on, and he also has a kukri on him. He's got a traditional Trollsh fucking dagger on him. So
we want to take that off of him.
You might want to remove that and probably.
Oh, weapons.
Yeah, let's just quickly disarm this man. I am gonna hold on to that charm that he's got though, because I want to inspect it.
Okay. All right. So this guy is basically just down to his shorts. When he finally starts to come to, and he starts to move and struggle with the bindings, but seems to realize pretty quickly he's not going to like bust out of that or anything. And he opens up his bleary eyes and looks, like up at the party surrounding him, and he's like, "Are we having fun?"
No. Oh,
Yeah, we had a great time.
Oh, he a freak.
But yeah, he glances, but like he moment and then kind of like squints, like up at the party and like the bright sky behind everybody. So he's awake. What do you want to ask of him?
Why has your cult chosen now of all the times that it's the opportune time to have fun? And Kelly puts that in like air quotes.
He says that the high priest said that it was time to come out of hiding, that they have been they have been forced into the underground for too long, and it is time for them to rise and bloom like a beautiful flower all over Lariel.
Why Lariel specifically?
Why not Lariel? It is a beautiful place filled with talented artists and lots of booze.
Well, now that you mention that, that's probably the reason why you did it.
You know what? I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Callie's like working through. He's like, has rule that guns can't be shot in town for any reason. Has lots of whiskey. Yeah, I can see why a cult would try to take over this town.
Looks like a very bountiful soft target when you put it that way, doesn't it?
Because Callie's like, you tried doing this to somewhere like Whitford or any other imperial capital, and then everybody would be dead. All the cult members gone.
So my question is, who's the high priest?
Was it the guy with all the drums and the cymbals?
And the bells.
No, that guy is just a recruitment officer.
The guy in the Jinko jeans?
Yeah, the guy in the big Jinko jeans who was like manipulating the crowd and everything. That's basically just a recruitment officer. The high priest, he is a... he says that the high priest is a Trollsch, and that he has reddish colored skin. He's got like tattoos all over him. Basically, he describes the big guy who threw you across the room, who was like getting a like 4-way BJ while guarding the back door.
PTSD intensifies.
Wait,
I'm just getting manhandled with Jamal.
Wait, I don't think he was getting a BJ.
Well,
I know
yeah,
he was like,
he was basically had like people attached to him orally below the waist when like all of that happened. But yeah, he describes that guy, the high priest.
Seamus under his breath. Fuck.
He goes on. He does also go on to say, the high priest received a vision from Anamusa, and the interpretation thereof of that vision was that it was time to like move forward and rise up and all that other shit that he said earlier. He does specifically say that Anamusa sent the high priest a vision of what Lariel could be with their influence, and that by taking over such a prosperous settlement would give them the opportunity to spread cults, influence of the teachings of Anamusa further than they ever have gotten so far inside of the Empire. because they would need, like you said, if they were to try this in fucking Whitford, Harlem, or anything like that, they would need a hell of a lot more ass behind them in order to like actually get anywhere. But yeah, that's basically what he says. He says that the high priest said that not only was he given this vision, but he was also visited by a muse, and the muse confirmed the vision for him. And once the vision was confirmed, that's when they decided to make their move, and everything was going pretty good. So like, what's your fucking problem? Do you not like fun? What are you, a fascist?
Callie like looks. He's like, I like fun, but like organized fun. The kind of fun that has several steps and several meticulous steps, and not let's just drop everything and fuck it all up.
We call that
spontaneous fun.
In the cult, we call that sort of stuff BDSM.
Callie's like, what the hell?
I should fry you on the spot.
Callie's like, what the hell? Callie's like whispering into like Larry's ears, like, what the hell is BDSM?
I whisper into I whisper into the wizard's ear, mind your tongue or else I'll fry you on the spot.
He whispers back while you're down there, do it, no balls.
Well, I guess our problem really just stems from weird cults ruining plans, I guess, and making everything a big mess, I guess.
I do have another question for you.
Yeah.
What was your boss? What was the high priest protecting in that 4th floor?
Ooh.
He, it doesn't require any sort of rolls. I can tell you, it looks like he knows exactly the answer, but then he just like clams up.
I will put you in another suplex and set you ablaze and keep you alive during it if you do not tell me.
Dad, you might not want to do that. He might like it.
Make an intimidation roll.
Oh shoot!
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Okay. Oh shit! Okay.
Like his little skull face flashes for like half a second.
Yeah. So like, Swag, like hits him with threats of like intense violence, but also the promise that he will live through it just so that he can suffer more. And I'll be real with you. Much like Callie, surmised, he seems ever so slightly turned on, but he is appropriately cowed, and he says that the high priest was protecting the muse.
You mean that
Who's the
weird
muse?
cow who you said has visions of who? What was her fucking name again?
The what now?
Callie's saying this. Callie's like the cow who has visions of the god or whatever the hell her name was.
To be specific, to make sure that we're all clear and on the same page here.
Oh, I know what the god's name is. It's just I'm playing as Callie because Callie doesn't care to remember it.
Well, the high priest was protecting the muse, which confirmed the vision that the high priest had. So the cow didn't have visions. The cow confirmed the visions.
Confirmed visions.
Yep. And that is what the high priest was guarding.
How the hell do you confirm a vision?
By being a divine servitor.
And how the hell do you become that?
By just being that fucking good at religion.
Thank you, Fuzzy. Very cool.
These are questions Callie's asking the dude specifically.
Like he does actually like turn as best his bindings will allow, so that he can like look over and up at Callie with like a look on his face of like, did you just ask me like why the sky is blue? Like sort of question.
Callie looks.
Callie.
I mean, Callie looks back at him. He's like, well, I don't fucking believe any of that hoo-ha. Like, you explain it to me, Mr. Priest.
Well, anybody who would like to can roll a religion check. The DC is not very high. That's not high enough though. It's a DC 15.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Sir, you gotta explain. Mr. Priest, man. You gotta explain to me how your religion works. I'm not.
Okay, so this isn't specific to Onimuzo. This is just how divinity like works in the like Pathfinder rule system. Basically, you've got the entities, concepts, or whatnot that like count as gods, and then you have divine entities which work for those gods, and those divine entities that work for the gods are called servitors, and they are the like most powerful version of the post-mortal life forms that fill out the like multiverse, basically. They like you have the gods, big G, and then you've got the servitors, which are gods, little g. And so like according to this guy, the muse specifically that the high priest was like guarding the entrance to is supposedly one of the servitors. Now there's a huge power scale. Let's go ahead and clear here. There's a huge power scale under the quote unquote servitor like rank. But like the bottom of that rank, as best as any of you would know with your various religion checks, would be something on par with like an angel. So like an angel or like an actual like
Seraphim.
like named devil.
So wait, he's telling Callie all this, right?
Yes, he's essentially explaining that the muse is a servitor.
Your God made an angel come down here and tell us to get drunk and party and basically waste a bunch of time being weird and controlling people.
Basically, yes, that is what he's saying, although he does clarify specifically for Callie that Onimuzo does not create divine servitors. Onimuzo does well. First of all, Onimuzo wouldn't give power to a wouldn't give that sort of like power to a creature that identifies as female. Like he's that kind of guy. And this muse is female. So this muse is not Onimuzo's. It's somebody else's.
Isn't that
so there are two religions at work here.
Wait, this guy's telling me that, right?
Yeah, this guy is basically
buddy,
telling you that Onimuzo got
that a little suspicious?
No, it's not suspicious. Because they've worked together in the past. These two religions have worked with each other.
How do you know now that they're not like working against each other though? How could you ever know that if they were not gonna like one would work against the favor of the other?
Why would our dad Lily go against Onimuzo? That doesn't make any damn sense.
You never know. Things change.
I mean, from what?
But yeah, he name drops the other like divine entity that's involved in all this, our dad Lily, which will require another religion check if you want to recall anything about her, and that one's a high DC because she's really fucking vague.
Damn, another 11.
I'll do it too.
It is a DC 25, so Callie's at least sort of heard of our dad Lily.
And her books.
You know what? While I'm at it, let me open up Torque's character sheet and just make a Bardic Lore check, see if she's got anything on this.
Bard lore.
Fuck no. All right, so yeah. Okay, so Callie, you're the only one who has any clue about what the name Art means. And our dad Lily, as far as Callie is aware, is or was a servitor at some point in the past. But again, also at some vague point in the past, our dad Lily betrayed her original boss, the original god that she was like a servitor to. She betrayed them and left service and went into business for herself, and has since graduated from little g to uppercase G.
So let me get this straight, man. You're telling me a god who is a known betrayer is working in tangent with another god on this whole thing.
Yes.
And you don't find anything weird about that at all.
Not in the least.
Man, I wish I was that ignorant.
I mean, you're dealing with people who are, even the guy on the ground in front of you, are teeter-tottering on the edge of sanity. So, yeah. He doesn't see anything wrong with this whatsoever.
Well, I don't know if there's any other questions you guys want to ask. Because I think we've gotten most of our answers, right?
The only question is what to do with him now.
Well, we can't let him go, right? He's just gonna use his mind control powers to go and commit some more havoc on unknown citizens. So we can't let him leave. But
It's
I don't feel like killing him either, though, because he probably would like that.
The GM is typing.
The lightning zappy
Zappy,
spells.
zappy.
Electric arc.
I mean, you did threaten to fry him, so...
Maybe we should just make do on our
Roast his nuts.
on our thing. Yeah, don't do that.
Come on,
I like
roast
that.
his nuts.
He'll enjoy it for 1 second, and then he'll just have the everlasting pain for the remainder of it.
Bailiff, you know what to do.
Alright, well, probably best.
He does, just to be clear here, as far as real hit points are concerned, he's got 4 of them left.
LMAO. Well, I place a hand on his shoulder and I say, "Do you have any last rites that you would like to say?"
Rights.
And anything. And the moment he opens his mouth to say something, shock.
I was about to say, when you said last rites, I would say that Callie probably responds while you're shocking. He was like, "Dad, last rites." His last rites probably would have been, "I'm just mad I didn't party harder."
Yeah, you're right.
Now, his last rites would have been one last hand
As in the
job.
background, you hear him cooking alive and screaming from the pain.
Yeah, he goes down just fucking immediately. This man is now dead. He does not get any last words. Although it sounds like maybe his might theoretically have been the name of his deity or whatever. But he doesn't even get that much, as he is now all down, all dead. He is owner of all of the negative status effects.
He's a
Okay.
proud owner of all the negative status effects.
So either way, this dude, he is gone, and this leaves the party free to do whatever the fuck it is that the party wants to do. I would
we
remind
probably-
everyone that we did get the directions specifically on how to get to Yellowstream and like do that.
I would like to go.
This is
talk-
obviously a broad problem with the cult that's going on. So
Yeah, I was about to say maybe we might want to tell the guard that these guys are trying to like do a revolt to take over the town so they can spread their religion across the empire.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like we'll go back over to this guard who's like alive, and we say he's like talk to him, be like
okay,
tap him on the shoulder, be like, yeah, we're back.
yeah, he's still like trying to get like he's trying to answer questions to like the crowd of people who are just like, what the fuck happened here? And he's gathered the two former guards' bodies and has like managed to like drape some stuff over them so that they're not just like corpses laying there.
Callie taps him on the shoulder and well, or not even he's probably like taller, so she's probably like tugging on his coat or something.
Yeah, you give it a little tug on his guard sash thing.
And Callie like looks at him. He's like, "Me and my friends are probably gonna be leaving town soon, so I just wanted to let you know that guy that we captured basically told us that his cult is trying to take over the town, so they can spread their cult religion across the empire." And that you might want to bring this up with the rest of the guards and probably the empire itself, so that doesn't happen.
That does sound particularly bad. You know what? I'm just going to choose to believe that. I'm going to take these guys. And he kind of like gestures at the dead ones. I'm going to take these guys back to the bunker and let Lord Grandblade and the rest know that this happened. And what you just told me there, it sure is a shame that I don't know where after our last interaction. Shifty eyes. It's just like, I'm just not going to tell anybody that told me that you were leaving town. As you've proven yourselves to be very dangerous adventurers, and he does not want to be on the other side of that.
Smart man.
But yeah, he rustles up like some other like locals to come help him gather these bodies, to take them back over to that. So that leaves the party free. And when I asked at the end of session last time what the party wanted to do, like after this, the idea was like, okay, let's shift back over to like the main reason we came here in the first place, and actually tackle the like monster in the mine and all of that jazz. So is that still how everyone feels like they want to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. So then let us leave this map, and we will go back over here to the map for Lariel, just in general here. All right, so back over here on Lariel. The party then is going to be taking the road up and out of town. The instructions that you guys were given is that basically you need to travel up this road, which eventually will take you to the town of Bossfield. Like if you went for like a full fucking week. But you only actually need to go for about a day. Then there is a like a break off from the main road, and there'll be a sign there and everything, so it's hard to miss. And then you just take that little trail off, and then a couple of hours will be in Yellowstone. So the party has one day on the road that they need to spend for that. So my question though is, are you guys going to, after the encounter in the square, which happened at roughly 10 a.m., do you guys want to go ahead and leave, like, midday, so that by the time you're reaching the break off in the trail, it's going to be like late at night. Or do you want to just go back to the Stupors relief, let another day, let it get to the next morning, and then leave?
It'd probably be best to leave.
Yeah, I
Sooner than
don't
later.
feel comfortable spending another. Callie's like, out of everyone, he's like, I don't want to spend another goddamn night in this fucking town.
Okay, then. So, all right, then. So the party leaves Laurel and heads back out. So, let's see here. Again, let us transition maps to one of the regional areas. I think this is the right one. Yeah. Okay, so we move over here. So again, we've got some where the fuck the party is going. You are leaving the town of Laurel and heading up here to Yellowstream. So most of that travel, thankfully, is pretty fucking simple. So by the time it gets to be kind of near sundown, as you guys are just traveling along and whatnot, it's been just you, the occasional traveler going in the other direction, which the people who are coming down from Bossfield, because that is the other thing. Every step that you take is taking you higher and higher in elevation.
I feel like
But the people who are coming downhill,
I feel like the party's just like, guys, you will not be warned. Lariel's a weird town.
there's shit going on in Lario. Be safe. But yeah, the people who are coming down from Bossfield are mostly dressed in even heavier clothing than you guys have recently upgraded to. And one of them snows a couple of days ago. Pretty heavy snows, actually. And you're at the point now where you haven't seen any snow, but it is definitely cold enough that if it stays just a few degrees lower for 8 hours, you could definitely see fucking snow here. But you get a couple of these travelers are for the most part human, although one that does stand out is you get a orc who is coming down the road who has a wagon that is tied to a couple of giant boar that are just chugging it along. And he's a friendly dude, and gives you guys a little wave and whatnot. He's taking preserved meats and other goods down to Laurel for sale, and he definitely will be fucking careful. When you guys tell it to him, he's like, "Don't worry, don't worry. I keep that motherfucking thing on me," and pulls up the seat of his wagon, and there's a fucking great sword underneath the seat of his wagon. Keep that motherfucking thing on me. But yeah, so eventually the party hits the break and starts moving towards actual Yellowstream. And I need everyone to make a perception check. Go ahead and roll for Torque.
Eesh. Surprisingly, my reception's lately been kind of, aside from that one, in
Once
that
again,
one.
in the same area, about.
And there's one for Torque. Okay.
I mean, you got a 21. That's still pretty good.
Oh yeah. I mean, these are all really decent.
I'll take a 21 over a 13.
Yeah, June's the one standout. Before we do any further thing, at the maximum number of hero points, do give yourself one additional hero point.
Mm-hmm.
So do take care of that. But let us now switch to the battle map.
Oh, we got combat again?
What?
We got combat.
Oh
Damn,
boy.
Better not be some colos again.
Funny you should say that.
It's Colos, isn't it?
All right.
Why the
So
damn, there's a stream in the middle of this fucking road.
there is a stream somewhere farther up has flooded, and it is now running over the goddamn road. So give me a moment while I get everybody's like tokens on there, and hopefully you should be able to fucking control said tokens. Let's see here. Let me just grab everybody from the previous map. That should work. Okay, so we'll just grab everybody here. Copy. Come back over here to this map. And paste.
Yep. I got control.
Okay, so we got this torque. Okay.
And this is the day after we set out, right?
This would be towards the end of that same day.
Oh, end of the same day. Okay, so it'd be more like evening time.
Yeah, it's like late evening. Sun is going. As this is like going on. So essentially, you guys get to this point in the road where a stream or something has because as I have said, during this whole like arc, there's been intermittent rain and other like precipitation. So the waterways around here are a little bit overfull. And one of them has broken containment, and there is a wash that is currently going across the road. So that everyone is clear, if you are in any of the like watery squares, these not only count as difficult terrain, but they will also require a strength check in order to prevent you from getting knocked prone. And if you get knocked prone, you will be swept with the flow of the water down into like this area, which is deep enough that you could potentially drown. So just
boy.
No.
FYI.
Drown. Callie laughs.
But yeah, not Callie. Callie would be the only one who doesn't drown. She could get smashed against the rocks. So
Yeah. That would be the thing to worry about.
that would be uncomfortable. I guess everyone, again, before we get started, go ahead and put yourself in the order that you would like to be traveling in, because it's good for me to know who the hell is up front. I'm going to say that Tim is currently in the back doing, like back row guard duty.
Timothy.
Let me make sure that I've got Jamal in case Jay does pop in here. So let me come back over here.
Oh, they're in the call. Are they just asleep or?
Actually,
Mark.
right before. Oh, there he is. All right. So, Jay, Jamal is now on the map. If you click on him and make sure you can, just to be certain.
Question: would my imprecise wave sense work in the water as well?
Yes, it would.
Alrighty.
So, the reason I wanted to clarify though with Jay is because technically Jamal would be the first person to like notice anything. Although we need, because he's got that scent ability, but I need to actually open up Jamal's sheet real quick and then click on his perception. Ooh, very nice. Jamal got that 27. Okay.
Got that.
All right.
That sniffer.
He do got that sniffer. Okay, so this is not, like I said, a very high like DC for this. It is a DC 21. So those who get past that 21 get that momentary of like something's not right here. Jay, specifically, Jamal smells something very stinky. Just like really, really like fucking fresh open sewage kind of like smell with like a lot of like BO mixed in. Specifically, from your location, Jack. You are smelling. Make sure I got this thing here. Okay, so you are smelling this coming from this direction, like up here towards the top, and then also over here towards the bottom.
Mm-mm.
But that's the direction that you are smelling these two distinct, really fucking nasty scents. So, as Jay is smelling these things, and the rest of the party is like, something's not right here. You guys do see a couple of colos
Oh my god.
approaching from the north. They're not alone though. It's a couple of colos. So let me bring those onto the actual like token layer. But yeah, it's a couple of colos.
Is that a
And
bear?
Yeah,
the stinky.
Was there a bear with that?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is a bear. It is a very like filthy looking, like brown bear kind of thing. But like its muzzle is weirdly short. Its shoulders are like weirdly broad and big. Like this bear just swallows protein powder all the fucking time. Kind of
Swole
like
bear.
it's a swole bear. It's a swole stinky bear. But you can't see them due to the cliff face, but you can hear movement coming from over in this section. So you know that there's more guys over here. But the two the two colos that you can this colo like looks at the bear and like you see his like mouth moving as he's like saying something quietly to the bear. The other guy pulls out a bow and arrow and gets ready to knock it. So the party knows combat's getting started. So let me pull up the turn order, and if people will click on their guys and start rolling initiative.
I'm doing it. All right.
Ooh, just barely. Just barely. All right. And oh, Jesus Christ, Torque. Torque's like,
29.
what the fuck is that thing? Okay, so, and then let me add.
I can't spell it, but whatever. You get the idea.
Yeah.
29 initiative, dang.
And then 29 for swags. Okay. These guys, their initiative modifier is, grab my dice here. I don't know if y'all guys can hear, probably not, but like my upstairs neighbors sound like they're moving furniture for some reason.
They're either moving furniture or they're just getting really freaky.
I mean, it could be either or.
Both.
I mean, I'll know which one it is if I smell them. But it's definitely energetic. Let's put it that way. Okay, so these guys have a +7 modifier. All right. So let me add these guys onto the turn order. I'm gonna drag this guy down so I can actually click on it. Bring him back up here. Okay. This guy, you have a 21. This guy, you have a 17. Okay, and
You could see me in
the
my
bear.
bodysuit.
I think it was because the blue, wearing blue,
My blue undies. Okay,
that
I
was
will
throwing me off. Yeah, that was.
I'll have on some black boy shorts and a top.
Okay, yeah, then it hasn't worked with it.
Yeah, I was just trying it on.
Yeah, I was just like, I was more left at the blue. I'm like,
And 16 for that guy.
what?
No, I'll have
All
on
right.
some black
Give me a brief
and a tank, a halter
grab these
tank
last dudes.
Mm-hmm.
under it.
Take your time.
But I'm gonna wear it.
Okay, so this one.
Still browsing Twitter.
Material. Oh, we put the material. Mm-hmm.
It's a popular number. It's gonna be a hell of a tiebreaker right there. Okay, and then this one.
Yeah, yours is fine.
Because we walked it.
But I wouldn't. I don't want that big.
Okay, and then this guy.
Busted.
Schwenk.
I won't.
Got a.
I can get this way.
Okay, now let me sort. There we go.
These.
All right. Swag.
Those.
You are at the top of the initiative order. You've got 3 combatants that you can see up here.
Mhm.
Some number of other guys who sight over the side of this cliff. So, what do you want to do?
I can hear them. Can I hear them like splashing around in the water?
Yeah, you do hear like rustle of like plants, a little bit of splash, so you know that they're wherever they are, they're near the edge of the water. They're basically just out of sight of this like cliff face. Let me make sure I'm clicked on it. This cliff face. The drop from like the side of the road to like down here, that's like a 20-foot drop. There is a path right here that you very easily could just walk. But this is a climbable cliff face if you had to.
Hopefully I didn't miss too much. I'm about to go make myself a sandwich.
Nah, you're good. We're just getting started. So, Swag.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. So is it? So this is the bottom, and hold on. Let me get my pointer. This is the bottom, and these are the tops.
Okay, yeah. This higher elevation, middle elevation, lowest elevation.
Okay, I guess it's just the way how it looks is a little weird. So
yeah, it's a little wonky. I admit that it's a little wonky.
I'm thinking is to just to test the waters, quote unquote. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Is to electrocute the water, but I don't think because electric arc doesn't go that far. I don't think. Hold up.
Yeah, it would be difficult.
I wouldn't be able to reach it.
Yeah.
Unless I use the big spell, but I don't want to use the big spell. So I am going to. There ain't no way that these guys are going to be like coming down that way. So I'm going to go hide in this bush.
All right. Make me a stealth check then.
All right. Holy shit!
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Dang, Shadow. I mean, I'm trying to say Shadow. Swag is like locked in this session.
Swag has got it going. All right. Okie fucking dokie. Okay. So, yeah, Swag is just like, I'm gonna take. Okay. So, Swag, you jump in the bush. Mushroom Lady, Laria.
I'm gonna go hide in a tree.
Won't catch me slacking. Jumps in the bush.
Yeah. So those guys are in the water, you said?
They are near the water.
Oh,
So
they're near it.
you would have heard splashing of something that's. Well, I mean, obviously you can hear the splashing of the water that's pouring down the rocks, but there was the like footsteps of like something human sized moving through at least the edge of, and then also like the rustle of foliage, the like animal grunt of whatever like animals might be going on down there. The like again the all of the things of like drawing of weapons and things like that. You hear all of that shit happening just outside of your perception of like sight. So it's there, it's coming. You just can't exactly see exactly where they are, but you know that they are, roughly speaking, like right over fucking here somewhere. And obviously you can see these guys appear.
Yeah.
I'm hiding in the bush.
I know.
And also to be clear again, is a 20-foot cliff face. This is like a 5-foot cliff face.
Yikes.
5 foot.
Yeah, it's 5 feet. So like you can effectively take cover behind it if you wanted to. You could also join Seamus in the bush.
So we can see up this. We can see them even up this like 5 foot.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's only
I
5 feet. It's not too
try.
bad.
Yeah, and it's like 5 feet over here.
Go
over here, it's much less than 5.
Okay.
So you've got a clear sight range going there. If y'all were standing here, probably not.
Yeah.
So like over here.
Yeah, that would give you effective cover from these guys.
All right.
These guys up top.
I'll do that
cover.
and take cover.
Okay. Anything else besides taking cover?
Well, I am going to set a reaction.
Okay.
If they do like come near us and like do anything, then I'll just probably use my staff.
Okay. All right. So you are setting action that if they come close to you with apparently violent intention to whip out your staff and hit them with a blast.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Think they try anything.
All right. I'm gonna be honest. I keep saying that I'm going to do this, and I keep fucking forget it. So this time I'm writing down a note. Make Torque's aura like thing for roll 20. Okay. So, anywho, that's Laria. So then we come down to June.
All right. Well, I guess we'll point out that there's a weird looking bear on that side over there, and to watch out. Then
are they in earshot? Can they hear us?
I mean, if you're speaking loudly, yeah, but
there's like a rushing water.
Yeah, if you're just using regular like conversation, they wouldn't be able to like. You're saying no.
Just making sure.
Then I guess I will. I will pull out Ladyfingers, load it with regular bullet, and I will take. I will move myself. Let's see. You said about right here was effective cover. I'll get up to, about right here, and just like have like shoulder back to the, I guess you could say like, sheer surface, and kind of half crouch, not like going prone. I'm just trying to, set of like theater of the mind stuff.
Yeah.
And,
so you're just shouldering up to the wall effectively.
Yeah. And load gun, take out gun, load gun. That's all my actions.
All right. Then we go to the as of yet dudes. Okay, so this guy, you guys hear that like Colo like laugh that they all have, that hyena chuckle, coming from around the cliff face, and then you hear the telltale sound of like claws on stone as one of them begins to scale the cliff.
Oh.
All right, so that means out of these bushes, after scaling the cliff, comes another Colo. So this Colo onto the... no, I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to do the... No. God. I'm having a moment. Having a moment. Token layer, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. So anyway, yeah, this guy gets up to the top of the cliff. He had to use 2 actions to climb. So when he gets up here, he uses his third action to interact by pulling out a goddamned battle axe.
Oh.
Shit.
So yeah, he pulls out a battle axe and starts eyeballing the party. Who am I going to give the swinging chop to? There is more bear noises, and the bear that you can't see starts moving.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So it's going to get to here. So everyone hears like the bear like start moving, and then like everyone hears like yell out, "There's a second bear!" as like coming up the trail.
Sir, another bear has entered the field.
Oh god.
Sir,
Oh,
a second bear has entered the fray. Yeah. So this bear comes just galloping fucking up the trail, and then we get to this guy up here, the guy who already had his bow out and ready. So since he's got bow out and ready, he is going to take a shot. Let's see here. He can't see Swag. Let's see here. June and Laria both have effective cover. So you know what?
Was that?
He's going to take aim at Mr. Servos.
Oh,
alright.
makes sense.
All right. So, what is Mr. Servos's AC?
It is a 17.
17. Okay. All right. So there is a plink as arrow pops
Metal.
pops up against that. So Mr. Servos takes 1 point of piercing damage from the arrow.
Oh man, scratch
Uh,
the
Yeah, like seeing the arrow just like fucking bounce off of Mr. Servos' armor. You guys hear the Colo say something in like their barky like dog language to the other guy, and then he pulls out another arrow, and the other guy like barks and like points a finger at Jamal. He's like, "Shoot that one. He's probably a softer target." So Jamal,
Growls.
what is Jamal's AC?
21, I believe.
21.
No, 23.
All right, it goes flying wide past you and just like hits the road behind you. And the other guy laughs at him. Like this one laughs at the dude who just like plinked off of the hard armor there and then like missed the fucking small dog man. However, small dog man, it is your turn to retaliate if you so choose.
Style on him, Jay.
I'm like,
Show 'em how it's
you
done.
already, y'all already know what's about to happen.
God, you already know.
I was like, pulls out and shoot, pulls out and shoot first.
All right.
Fan the hammer.
Is it miss over his head? Hit Jamal like Jamal probably was like,
That motherfucker
"That's
kinda
funny."
hit me.
And the
Uh-huh.
Jamal be like, "That's funny." But your first, that's funny. But your first mistake was shooting at me.
Allow me to show you your place in the bigger picture. Kapow. All right, Jay. Shoot that motherfucker.
Musket.
All right. AC that you are searching for is 18.
18.
Yeah, so give me that
Flintlock
attack
wood.
roll number 1.
Flintlock wood.
Bam! All right, that hits. All right.
Just only 2 damage though, unfortunately.
Yeah, but that crit
Unfortunate.
damage though.
That
Holy
crit
shit.
Yeah.
damage, though.
Yeah. If he crit, that's a dead man. That is a dead man.
Well, if I crit.
Okay, so interact with gun, shoot. That's 2 actions. What is Jamal's third? Reload, move and reload.
Yeah.
Okay, move and reload. Where are you moving to?
Aim for the bushes. Aim for
For bushes. Yeah.
All right, are you going for the same bushes where everybody else?
Yep.
Okay.
Everyone's going for
All right.
bushes, bro.
Everybody goes for
That
bushes.
line is so funny.
It is such a good line, though.
Yeah,
Aim for the
okay.
bushes.
Aim for the bushes. All right, so all right, so then I'm afraid there's another dog man.
Third.
Damn it.
Another. All right, I'll stop.
Yeah, popping out of the bushes, and using his last act, draw his own battle axe. There's another hyena man over here. Let me move you to the proper layer. There we go. Bing, bang, boom. So yeah, he scrambles up the wall, pulls out weapon. This guy, who laughed at the other dude for missing, he says in common, he says, "Let me show you how it's done, brother." And so he pulls out his bow, takes aim at the not hard target who isn't actively taking cover at the moment, i.e., Torque, and tries to shoot her. Torque has an AC, so that we're clear here. Torque's AC is 21. All right. So versus Torque's 21, that's going to hit.
Damn.
All right. Thankfully, though, it just nicks her on the arm, as he also does literally just 1 damage. So let me make sure to adjust Torque's hit points. There we go. All right. But yeah, Torque yells out "Ow, motherfucker!" So he does that, and then he spends the rest pointing at the fact that he actually landed one of these people, looking at the other guy and laughing at him. But while he does that, though, the bear charges forward.
Damn.
Not the bear.
The bear. All
The
right,
bear,
let me-
though.
I have a
make sure
question.
that- yes.
Is these hyena person was like the same species that was looking at June last game or the other game?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Oh, they
Yeah,
are?
they have the same species, not the same guy. Clearly, not the same guy,
With
but the same species.
With the same
yes.
species.
Yeah, same
Like how he-
species.
It's like how he said in that one match. She's not racist, but man, these colas have not done a single nice thing since she's met them.
Okay,
You gotta
so he's
evaluate
going to have to
their
make
species
a
based on these guys, bro.
he's got to make a strength check to not get knocked prone when he moves into the water.
It'd be really
You're
funny
telling me
if
the
it
weighted
did.
bear has to do a strength check? Oh, we're fucked.
Yeah. the roided bear has to do a strength check to not be knocked prone. It is not knocked prone.
Dang it.
Okay, so, but it is difficult terrain. So that's 5. That counts as 15. That counts as 25. That counts as 35. That counts as 45. That gets him up to 50. That gets him up to 60. So yeah, he charges up to there. So, Fish Girl.
I'm gonna save my turn to react after Seamus goes. So.
Okay. All right. So then after Seamus goes, you.
Yeah, I want to be. Yeah, I want to.
Okay.
What's that fucking move again? It's like.
It's called delay.
Yeah, I want to delay.
All right. So Callie is removed from the turn order until next turn, at which point she goes on to 28. So let's adjust her numbers appropriately, which means we just go to Torque. Torque has got nicked on the arm with. There's a angry, stinky bear over there, like within 10 feet of her. Everybody else is over here in the bush. So Torque, being the smarty smart that she is going to pull her gun and shoot the bear in the face. And then she's going to run away. So action 1, gun. Action 2, pull trigger. So Torque, if you would please give me a gunshot to its freaking face. All right. Boom. That hits. She does a point of damage.
Damn.
Go Torque.
Almost a single point.
Almost. The bears have a lower AC than Colos do, just so everyone's aware. But yeah,
They're probably a bigger target.
She shoots bear, and then she is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, which will put Mr. Servos in between her and the closer of the two bears. So that's what Torque be a doing. All right, so then we move back to the top of the round. Let me reorganize so that Callie's second there. All right, swag. Every combatant is now like in a place. See, you can peek up over the edge of that small cliff that's next to you to see those guys up there. You can quite clearly see the bear and on the road.
I'm still stealth, right? I'm still hidden.
Yes, you are still hidden. None of these guys can see you.
All right, so these two assholes right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and push them off with an exploding earth.
Okay. Man throws a grenade. Okay, so you throw a hard-packed ball of earth and stone at a creature, and the projectile explodes upon impact. You attempt a spell attack against their AC. If you hit, you deal 46 bludgeoning damage plus a d6 bludgeoning splash damage. On a crit, you double the initial damage, but not the splash, and the target hit must succeed a fortitude save or fall prone. Basic saving throw, DC 21. This is a basic fortitude save. So these Colos have a save of +8. So let me roll their fort saves here first and foremost. All right, those are both. That's twin failures. But let's see here. Which guy did you specifically?
For the one that's closest to the edge.
Okay. All right, this guy. Well, with that 19, you hit. So he takes the 10 plus the 5, so he takes 15 damage, while this guy takes
just the 5.
Well, this guy also takes the 5. Now the fall prone thing only happens on a crit, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Although he would have technically have fucking. Okay, so either way, this guy, 15 fucking damage.
Oh.
Which means you are already well bloodied. You haven't even done anything yet, and you're already bloodied. And this guy takes 5 damage. Okay.
I just
realized that's a 2 action, so I got one more action left. You know what?
Think fast, shit ass.
No, because all my spells are 2 actions. Oh no, I can do a scorching ray to go across both of them because that is considered a 1 action.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I got to roll to hit the number 2.
That's gonna hit. do you start your laser?
You know, at the bloody guy, and I move up to. I start with him, and then go to him.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, well, since you only have the 1 ray, since you only have the 1 action, so that means you only get the 1 zap. So you do hit them, but you still hit him, and you still do 8 points of fire damage. Let's see. On a hit, target takes 2d6 fire damage. On a crit, takes double. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Oh, and they also take additional fire damage too.
Let's see here. Creature until after you make all the spell attacks for Scorching Ray. If you spend 2 more actions, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why that says that you have additional fire damage. I don't know what that's specifically rolling.
It's what it told me when I put it on there.
I will have to investigate, but definitely he takes that 8 points of damage. My dude is not looking good at all. You take 8 points of damage. You have knocked him down literally to a fourth of what he was the moment he popped out of that. Callie, grenades and lasers are going.
Alright, well, first action, I'm gonna put Mr. Service in an expert overdrive.
Okay. Expert overdrive activated. Mr. Servos is in that mode for the next minute.
And then I'm gonna have him go and fight that bear.
Alright. Go. Fight to that bear.
He's gonna use his 1 action to move, and then Callie will give him another one of her actions to clobber him.
Alright. Give me clobber. You're aiming for an AC of 7.
I am re-rolling that. I'm gonna re-roll that with my free point for today.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh
God.
Actually, real quick,
Take drugs,
Callie,
kill a bear.
could you click on the thing for the expert overdrive real quick?
Expert overdrive.
Let's see here. Do you have just overdrive? Do you have what that one is specifically?
It's right here.
Okay, here we go. All right. So we don't have to worry about the crafting check because you've got the assurance feat. Okay, so regular success, your strikes deal additional damage equal to your. Okay, so I want to make sure it's just a damage modifier, not a attack roll modifier. Okay. All right. So then, boom, boom, boom. That leaves Callie with a.
And Dr. Tremors for the single action because he's still got
Yep.
Independent.
That is true. He does have the independence, and he currently has firearm.
I'm gonna use Callie's last action to throw an explosive device to hopefully knock those 2 Kolos off in front of us.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a junk
Do you have
bomb.
All right. Does junk bomb have knockback?
Actually, hold on. Let me see which one of these goddamn bombs has knockback because I would like to knock them back.
Because I know junk bomb does damage, but I don't know if it also throw them backwards kind of thing.
It doesn't say anything about knockback for the junk bomb. Let's see what the light bomb has any slight knockback. I burped and it hurt. Ow!
Oh no!
Oh no!
All right, you look that up. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back in a minute.
Night bomb.
No problem.
And that's another one that doesn't do any back. Man, none of this shit does knock back. Why? What do I do? Thunderstones to knock back. Thunderstones. No, not thunderstorms. Thunderstones. Explodes. Sonic damage. Sonic blast. Must succeed a fortitude save or be deafened. Man, I don't have.
Well, you know what? I am back. If you want to like if Callie has a thunderstone, I'm going to say that Callie could launch a thunderstone over there. We could forego the damage and just have them roll, and instead of being rendered deaf, it does the pushback instead.
All right.
So we'll just add some explosive force to it.
All right.
Okay.
I'll throw a thunderstone at them.
All right. So you throw a thunderstone. What is the save for that?
It's a lesser one, so the DC is 17.
DC 17. Is it a fortitude save?
Yeah, it's a fortitude save.
Okay. All right. DC 14 fort saves for you. That is an automatic failure right there on a 1. The other guy. And the other guy succeeds by 1. Okay. So, which one of the two of them would you like? The wall.
This one. Probably the one that's not bloodied.
Okay. He goes down the wall. He is going to be knocked prone. So I'm going to put the boot on him. So he is prone. Let me put him actually there. Okay, so he's prone.
Dr. Tremors, do the thing. He's going to throw a smoke bomb at our feet.
Okay. While he throws a smoke bomb, Callie, if you would roll 2d6 for the falling damage that guy just took.
2d6. Damn, bro. My
All
life
right.
has not improved since last game.
All right. 3 damage. Okay. Okay. Well, he screams, though. There's an explosion. Wilhelm screams, like flies off the edge. And you guys hear him crash. You guys hear him crash to the bottom before he can even finish the will. All right, and then smoke bomb cover. Okay. Laria.
Dr. Tremor's feet were right here, so it covers as much of the body as possible.
All right, so Laria, you got a guy within 20 feet there. Smell that bear like just above you.
Yeah.
You still have cover versus the bear. Let's be clear on that one. You still have cover versus the bear.
Still have cover versus the bear.
Yep, cover versus the bear. Technically, you've also got cover these guys up. You don't have cover versus this guy.
Yeah.
But he's gotten hit with lasers, hit with a fucking magical grenade. He ain't looking good.
Yeah. He's not doing so good.
Yeah, he's looking pretty fucking shell shocked right now.
Remember Jade? Fight the bear.
Help me.
Oh my god.
That song.
Are you gonna choose the bear or the man?
Oh Jesus.
Oh my
Who do you kill, the bear or the man?
I'm just gonna attack this one.
All right, she has made her choice. He's dead. He's dead. He is dead as hell. Even if he got a saving throw to cut that damage in half, he dead as hell.
It's like one crispy hyena. It's like
The
Been
mushroom
exploded on, lasered.
The mushroom adds another to her kill count. Okay, but it does take 2 actions for
Yeah, it
Laria to
does.
like level her staff and like
Mhm.
gout of flame, like fucking flamethrower that guy over there. So that's 2 actions. That leaves you with 1. What do you want to do with your stack?
Since I'm still in cover, I'm just gonna wait.
Okay.
Is that you said I smell the bear above me, or I hear it?
Oh yeah. You can. Well, I mean, you can hear it, but you also smell the absolute rancid, like sewage smell that is coming off of this stink bear.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
As it is literally a stink bear.
Intrusive thoughts.
It is literally a stink bear and special like ability. It's not an ability. It has a special quality called pungent. Its odor is so powerful it can be detected at twice the normal range by scent, which is why Jamal could smell it that far away.
Yeah, I'm gonna set like a reaction, and if that bear attacks like me, Seamus, or June, I'm just gonna fry it.
All right. Set action flash fry bear. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. June, you can also smell the rancid bear.
The one behind me and the one in front of me.
Technically, yeah, you can smell both of them.
Oh, that's so bad.
Well, I see that this one is fighting like the giant robot, so I think I'm good just to focus on the one that's like charging down at us, from uphill. So probably be better to deal with that first. So using my gun that's already loaded, I am going to shoot the bear in the face.
Okay, shoot that bear. AC 17.
Shoot the bear.
Shoot the mump. Ooh,
nice.
So close to a crit.
Yeah.
Bam.
So
okay.
3 damage.
3 damage to bear.
And second action reload. Second action shoot again.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm going to use my hero point for that one. My 1 hero point now to 0 again.
Yeah, make sure you're using attack number 2.
Oh shoot! Yeah, actually, that was the one. So let's mulligan that. So, Ladyfingers number 2.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, I think still gonna use 0 point. Still gonna use 0 point for that.
Still use a hero point. Give me another number 2.
Oh my god!
Bullet
just like so badly. I'm like.
Okay, so fire, reload, fire again. Okay, Jamal. You got 2 bears in easy visual shoot. And after you go, we get started on hyena action.
Oh god, look at all those hyenas, bro.
Yeah.
Look at all those chickens.
Look at all those
chickens.
Oh, I guess Jamal pull out his shotgun.
Okay. Action. And draw weapon.
And shoot the one that is not in front of everybody.
Okay, shoot this guy down here?
Yes.
Okay. What is the range on your... I'm pretty sure it's more than 20 feet.
Bears.
Pull that trigger. Pull that trigger, Jay.
It can reach.
I believe so. I believe it is more than 20 feet, or it's 20 feet on the dot, one or the other. Yes, it is 20 feet on the dot. Okay. Well, that is a crit. That is a crit. So it takes 15, it takes 15 points of damage and slash peppering from the kaboom. So that's one action shoot, one action to draw the shotgun, one action to fire. What is Jamal doing for his third act?
Reload.
All right, reload. Okay, but let me make sure that this bear has taken his 15 points of damage. Let's give him the bloodied dot. All right.
Callie might have been almost close near it and hear the shot, and ears probably might ring.
Yeah, her sensitive fish ears. What have you done, Jay?
All right, and
What have you done?
And that guy makes the athletics check so that he can hop down here onto the road. So that's one action for him. Then he's going to try to make through the water. So let's see here. All right, special Colo ability. The first step that he takes into difficult terrain doesn't count as difficult terrain for him. So that's cool. But as soon as he gets here, he's got to make that check. So let's see.
It'd be really funny though.
Strength check. Oh, Jesus Christ. First, he couldn't hit anybody with the broadside of a bow. Then he tries to get across flowing water and is knocked prone. He now has to make a fort save or get moved by the current.
Jackass.
All right. The fort save to get moved by the current, so that everyone is aware. If you are in this situation, it is made with misfortune, which is the same thing as disadvantage from 5e. So he rolls twice, and he takes the lesser of the two, which is a natural 1. Okay.
Oh boy.
I always feel bad for this guy.
Let's see, 5, 10,
I don't.
15, 20. He has moved right here to the edge, and he takes he takes tumbling damage, which is a d6 per 10 feet. So he takes 2 damage.
And
So
even his damage is low.
Yeah, he takes 2 tumbling damage as he just gets swept off of his feet and then thrown across the road. Oh man, my dude. Okay, so that's that guy. He's out of it. No, he technically would have a action left. So I'm going to say what he can do is he is going to grab the ledge. So he's going to make an active athletics check to keep himself from going over the edge.
Oh,
all right,
no.
or at least he's going to try. He's going to try. This is DC 15. Well, about fucking time. Okay, he stops himself from going over the edge. He's still prone. He's still in the water, and he'll have to make another saving throw next turn.
Oh my
God. Yeah, he's down. Meanwhile, the bear who is facing off against Mr. Servos. So, Mr. Servos, he is going to try to maul Mr. Servos. So, let's see here. Versus Mr. Servos' AC for the first one. Does Mr. Servos have a 15 AC or worse?
17.
Okay, then miss. Second attack, miss. Third attack, miss. So yeah, this bear is making like a big show of trying to wrestle with the. Mr. Soros isn't even losing paint chips. Okay, you're dead. So then we come to this guy. This guy uses an action to no longer. He stands up. So let me take the boot off of him. There we go. He is then going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 will get him to there, so it's 2 actions. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 3 actions. That gets him coming up the path. Then we come to this guy who laughs at the dude who's like getting swept away. And he's going to just walk here to the edge, not actually get in the water, but he's going to like walk closer, pulls his bow again for another shot, and he's going to shoot Torque again because like he hit her last time.
Wouldn't Torque at this point also be in the smoke cloud?
Yes, Torque would be in the smoke cloud, so that means he has to check to see if he even can make the attack roll. Okay, flat check. Arrow goes wide. He doesn't even get to make an attack roll versus Shrek. But he has to do it for every action, so that's the first one, and then he has to make the check for this. Okay, that one he is allowed to make the check. He now makes the attack roll, which still counts versus his attack penalty, which means it goes fucking wide again. So just like arrows just come flying through from this guy as he is laughing nearly uncontrollably at the guy who's getting swept up in the river.
It's like the end of the end scene in like Who Framed Roger Rabbit of all the weasels dying from laughing so much.
Yeah, pretty much. But he does say in you hear him call out in he's like, if you drown, the boss doesn't pay you.
Yeah, it's like their biggest concern.
But then it's bear time. The bear is going to, let's see here, 5, 10, 15. We'll get it right there. So up next to June. So this would trigger Laria's like set action to like make the bear extra crispy if it comes around and gets close and does, something damaging to one of the 3 people that you named. And June is one of those 3 people. So you get to do an action before it takes its action. What single action would Laria like to take?
So just a single one?
Yeah, just a single action.
That's the reaction, right?
Yeah, so you set your action to... So you basically have just been holding on to that one that's happened. So now you've got that one action.
Because you're cutting out.
You were holding on to a single action that you set that you were going to do something versus the bear if it came up and harmed any of the 3 people, that you named. That's what's happening. So now you get to use that one action, but it is just a single action thing. So what is that single action that Laria is doing?
Oh, it's this. Does that hit?
A 19 does hit, yes.
Oh.
So there's another wild gash of flame over here. I'm gonna move the turn order so I can see. Okay, so yeah, bear gets a little crispy before it makes its swing at June. Speaking of June, what is your AC?
My AC is going to be a 23.
Okay, versus AC 23. Here comes the first claw. Okay, that's going to be a miss. And then
After that fireball.
Yeah, it gets its second claw swipe at you because it had to use an action to move. So second claw swipe action. You said 23, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. More misses.
Don't scare me like that.
Yeah, up close, this thing is very stinky. And while it is quite burly and strong, because it's a fucking bear, it's not exactly like super good at like attacking. But that's the bear. So now we come back to Torque, who has like been shot at multiple times by this guy. Take her action to reload her gun and She is going to then. She's going to. Pardon me, Larry. Shamble up to the like top of the edge of the cliff. Like you see her scrambling, so it's her waist, up there above the on the grass, and then like her ass and legs are dangling off just above. And she's like, "Hey, motherfucker!" and like shoots that guy, or tries to, anyways. Okay, that's gonna miss. So she shoots just back at him. It's like, "Hey, stupid!" Bam. Let's see. For her last action, I'm just gonna have her push back off the cliff so that she has relative cover. Bink. So she's just right there. Yeah, so she just runs over, climbs up wall, takes fire, and then like pushes herself back wall. Alrighty. So you sir don't exist. So then we come up here to Swag. Swag. Shit be going crazy. You're still doing good. There is a bear right there, like trying to maul June. It's not doing very good, but it's trying.
It got sizzled, and I guess it got confused just a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't expecting to get like a little flash of face.
You know what? Hello, Mr. Bear, and I'm going to swing my scythe at it.
All right. You're aiming for an AC
of
17.
Oh shit!
Damn.
That would be
Goodbye,
a
Mr. Bear.
Do you just decapitate that thing?
Is that a crit?
That is a crit.
It is a crit.
That is straight up a crit. Okay, so
I would say
this is so. Wait a minute. This has got the deadly D10. Make sure this correctly.
Stuff the head, but that bear head probably would smell like shit, so don't take the head.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure that the damage setup was correct. Okay, so it takes 25 damage. It goes from like reasonably healthy to like next to dead. This bear is
yeah, that's I'm gonna do another swing at it because it was attack, it was a move, attack, and you know what? I'm gonna do another swing, a backswing.
All right, give me that backswing with the second attack. Well,
is that number 2 though?
You that is number 2.
That's an attack number 2.
Oh yeah,
and
damn.
Yeah, you straight up slice this bear in half, like stem to stern.
Jesus.
There's a explosion of like even
Red
more
mist.
spell-smelling badness, but like blood and whatnot just everywhere.
I just cackle.
You just cackle as like you absolutely maul a bear.
If you see me in the woods fighting the bear, fight and help the bear.
Just solidifies June's slight fear of Swag and like not wanting to fuck with him.
It's hilarious, just like what the fuck.
I'm like, Jay, stay with me now.
Callie's just smiling, just like, that's my dude.
Everyone else is like, "Ayo, what?" And Callie's like, "Yes, do it again, Dad." Speaking of which, Callie, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna have Mr. Service use his one action to robo stab the bear.
Okay.
Bear.
AC 17.
Trying to mimic her old man.
Oh my god. I'm gonna. Do I want to reroll that? Do I want to see if my luck is any fucking better than that 14?
I mean, you can also. Okay. Reroll.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. And so we add Callie's bonus on top of that. Okay, so that's what Callie's got a 5 bonus for intelligence, and we do half of that, so plus 3. So
yeah, that's also plus the one for the extra or the expert overdrive because it has a +1 as well. So,
Yes. Okay, so it's a total of additional +4, which goes 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you take 13 points of damage. So Mr. Servos damn near caves this thing's chest.
I know I can.
That's my girl.
I want to do.
It is.
I want to do something kind of funny.
If I could give it another red dot, I would.
I want to try and knock this guy off so he falls in the water and then hits this guy so that they fall down here.
18
All right.
Grace work there.
I'm gonna throw a thunderstone to do that.
All right, so you're thunderstoning this guy to knock him down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully he'll like hit this guy down here, so they both fall down here.
All right, so so again we're gonna forego the damage, and instead of prone, we're gonna do knockback, and I'm gonna say that you just lob it up and over his head so it throws him forward into the drink. All right, what was the DC for the save with the thunderstorm?
It's 17.
17 is the DC. It's a fort save, right?
Yeah, it's a fort save.
Okay.
Earlier, if you go in on Saturdays, is what, 3, 12, 12, 3.
All right.
But if you have
Sploosh. He's in the water, which means now he has to make a
get some more money.
fucking strength check.
do it on the weekend. We can both get on. Do it on the weekend.
Blorb.
Got us extra money.
Glub.
I might not do it long. But
Oh my god. This guy has made 2 fort saves and a strength check.
So it's like pretty much double money.
I want to point out that this guy has an 18 strength. Okay? He's got an 18 strength, and his con's not too far behind that. And he has not rolled higher than a 3. So he gets thrown off of his feet into the water. He gets swept up into the water and then fails the save and is moved. So that he means he goes over the edge here. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. He gets moved to there, which means he also takes the damage. And since he went over the edge, there's an extra D6 in there. So we're going to roll publicly 3d6 tumble damage.
What's that?
So he just there's a distant boop, then followed by a splash, followed by like as he goes over the fucking edge.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
Okay,
Man.
so yeah, that's what he gets for laughing at his friend, I guess. Okay, Mr. Servos made an attack, which you used a hero. So that was just the single action from him. Callie used an action to throw to chunk a grenade. So that's one action from her. So Callie still has 2 actions. What is Callie's remaining action?
Callie's gonna get another action, Mr. Servos, and he's gonna point blank. He's gonna point blank the bear with the dwarven scatter gun.
All right, point blank it.
And if we get your brother on
God damn it.
That still is a ride.
Splash damage.
Because they down there.
Splash damage.
All right, takes the 1 splash. Okay. All right. So there's the 1 splash that leaves Callie with an action.
I'm gonna chuck a junk bomb at that guy.
Okay. Toss a bomb.
Wait, you say Grace is worth 4 hours?
That hits. So he takes the 5 damage there plus the splash. So that's 5, 6, 7 splash damage. Okay. Does the bleed damage with that is that on a crit?
I think that's just additional damage.
He takes 7 damage. Period.
The bomb deals slashing into persistent. It's just That's not what the crit says. Just here, just 2 persistent bleed damage and 2 slashing and splash damage.
Okay, so then I need to put on him the. We'll use blue dot here for persistent. So let me increase that by another 2 damage. So like he is bloodied and also has persistent bleed damage going on. Okay, so that's Bing Bang Boom. What is Dr. Tremors doing?
He's going to he's gonna throw a bomb.
He may go boom.
He's gonna throw a bomb right over here.
Fuck galore.
All right, he's gonna throw a bomb into the drink. What bomb is he throwing?
He's gonna throw a blight bomb.
Blight bomb. Okay.
Now don't miss. Don't miss. If it go boom over here, then we all dead. That's what she's saying is she's like handing this little rodent a bomb.
She's handing a grenade to this mutant rodent. She's like, make sure you throw it away from us.
What do I need to roll? What I need to roll like an athletics or something?
For that, it's going to be, since he doesn't have anything else going on, make a dex check.
Dexterity? Okay.
All right. Well, that's enough to get it over there. So they.
Light bombs. The splash damage. I gotta go figure out right. I gotta remember what the hell.
I'm pretty sure it's poison damage, and I'm pretty sure it's 1 or is it 2?
I think I'm trying to figure out if I did it's moderate, so I think it's 2. Yeah, it's 2 poison splash damage.
Okay. All right. 2 damage to the both of these guys. Okay. Okay. So that's Callie. Laria. There's technically still alive a bear over there that's currently having a bad time with the giant robot. There's a badly bleeding Colo who is looking a little like fucking rocked by the bomb that just got chunked at him. And then there's the 2 of them that are struggling in the stream.
I guess I can kind of see it over
here. You can definitely see him like coming down, and you clearly see, like barely hanging on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was talking to my mom. So.
No, you're good. You're good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Neighbors are loud up there.
They're not moving furniture, they just have dogs.
I mean, Laria could take like a 5-foot step and like effectively target any one of these dudes with.
Target which one?
Your
like right here.
Your produce flame thing has a range of like 30 feet. So if you're like standing there.
That's 30.
These guys are both in. Okay, the one guy on the edge, you couldn't hit him, but you could otherwise hit every other target. So who do you want to give the?
That's a good question. I guess this one.
The guy in the water. Okay. Give me a produce flame then. As off goes the magical flamethrower.
I mean, he was talking.
Yeah.
He was being the most. He was talking about.
I click over to spells.
He was talking shit.
He was running his mouth a little too much.
Well, that hits him.
I was gonna say, is that enough to hit?
Oh yeah, that is more than enough to hit, especially since he's prone and being tumbled around in the. But yeah, he takes damage. Okay, so 5-foot step, produce flame. That's
I think that's all. Right, all the actions.
That's Laria. So then we come up to June.
All right. Well, the best course of action, I think, is these guys. They kind of, if June was even focusing on them, she'd probably just feel like just pity them more than anything. Like just put them out their misery already. But she's kind of focused more. She's kind of focused more on like this stuff right here. So she's let's see, I guess load gun and shoot and I think she'd go out. I think she'd go for the bear. So she's gonna load and shoot Ladyfingers one more time at the bear.
Okay. That hits.
I don't think that's a crit though.
It is literally 1 point away from a crit.
One away from a crit. Yeah. Still 2 damage. Ping it for 2 damage.
Still 2 damage. The bear is barely standing.
Yeah, barely. And reload. And that's my last action.
All right. Then so that's June. Jamal. This bear is just has an extremely narrow, like it is holding on by a this guy down here, he's not doing too much better and he's actively bleeding. This guy over here, he's not doing so great. He's getting swept away. This guy over here, in a second or two, he's either going to be dead or side. So which motherfucker do you want to shoot? Because you have 2 loaded weapons, so you can take a step and fire with any one of them.
Scattered around.
What was that, Jay?
I can't use a shotgun because everybody's scattered around me.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, technically, aim at this guy. You could take a couple of steps, though, and aim at this guy, and nobody would take any damage except him. You would need to be within 20 feet of him, so you'd have to be, like, here. So you just have to walk up next to Mr. Servos and then open up with the shotgun. You want to do that, Jay?
Yeah, I'll take a step for the first action, shoot the shotgun.
All right. Walks forward with purpose, levels shotgun. Boom. All right, Jay, give me a shotgun.
Shotgun.
I call shotgun.
Heavy machine gun.
You will eventually have a heavy machine gun. There's no way that Callie's not going to create one of those.
Eventually,
yes.
Eventually,
watch that.
Come up with that idea.
I was watching down the line. Jamal loses a hand, and you have a mounted machine hand.
Bro, it's not gonna be too far along until Callie could literally if Jamal were to die, Callie would be able to bring him back from the dead. It's not too
Cyborg Jamal.
Not too far off from that.
It's Cyber Jamal.
Yeah, Cyber Jamal.
Shit, I pushed for Sue.
Bam. All right. Kaboom. This guy takes more damage.
The dog got shots.
The dog got shots, but you also have one last action. So you want to load?
Do the quick draw worker is just like pistol.
All right, yeah, do it.
Okay,
give
me
the pistolera. Do it.
Shoot them.
Actually, Jay, I need a attack. Do attack number 2, not attack number 3.
I got you. There we go.
You do hit. You do hit, and goddamn, Blarg. Let's see who dies first. You were the bear, man. Okay, so there goes. Okay, so first of all, the guy who grabbed the, he's got to make a strength check versus the flow of the water. That's his first action that he has, which he succeeds this time. Okay, so now
Good for him.
he has the option to pull himself up. So that's what he does. He uses his action to pull himself forcibly to his feet. He is then going to use his movement to get out of the water. So he uses action to stand, action to move. Quick assessment of how the combat is going. Starts to shimmy his way down the cliff. He's like, I'm just going to nope out of this. He's leaving. Because you know what? He didn't drown.
He's like, what the fuck happened? Oh shit.
Yeah, like seeing how things are going. No. Just nope. Just nope. But yeah, you see him like take a quick look at everybody, and then he just starts climbing down the side of the cliff, going nope. Not doing it. Okay, so that's him. Now we come to the living bear, the still living bear, who is going to try to maul Mr. Servos. Okay.
With the little life has left.
Okay.
little bit of life has left.
With its last gasp. Okay, so it is actually going to hit, though. And this is why this is a dangerous animal. Because the bear, when it does finally land a fucking hit on Mr. Servos, oops, sorry, dice went crazy there. Okay, so that's going to be 8 slashing damage. And then it's going to make its second attack. Mr. Servos has better than a 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Third attack. What about a 17?
It has Mr. Servos' AC is a 17.
All right, well, meet it to beat it. So it manages to get one last swing on him. And that last swing is going to add on another 14 slashing damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Mr. Servos has been halved.
Yeah, this thing, like, were it to hit and do like max damage, like not counting criticals or anything like that, if it were to like get its full thing on, it does like 50 points of damage. If it can succeed. But good thing, not really. But yeah, it just uses all of its actions to maul Mr. Servos. We ignore the next guy because he's dead. Then there's this guy down here who gets his action before he takes 2 additional points of bleeding damage. You know what? He's pissed off. So 5, 10 through his companion. 15 gets him up here to Jamal. Jamal, what is Jamal's AC?
23.
23. All right, so axe in hand. He tries to feed it to Jamal.
Draw all he wants. He can try.
I mean, he can try, and you know what? He hits a 27, so he... all right, so Jamal, battle axe damage. That's going to be 7 slashing damage.
Take those.
He is then going to keep moving, and he just takes another step, and then he's like, "Hello, wizard," with a scythe. What is Swag's AC?
24.
All right, 24, and he gets an extra +1 because he already attacked Jamal. All right, rolling with that second attack modifier, even with the +1, that's still.
It's still gonna what?
That's gonna be a no. He missed even with the plus. That he misses, and then he takes the bleed damage. I mean, at this point, quite literally, if the party just decided to walk slightly faster than him, he would die next, just from the blade damage. That's how close to death this man is. Okay, so then we got the guy who's still in the drink. First thing he has to do is make the strength save to not get swept away by the water and stop.
It would be really funny.
He does not make it.
You poor bastard.
Yeah.
You were talking a lot of shit. Now you can't. Now you the one drowning.
Okay, for the record, he has now actually 3 with a roll of 4. Still not good enough. 5, 10, 15. He gets his reaction to cast. Athletics check. That's a nat 1. So that's 4d6.
You know,
that's 4d6 damage he takes here.
You know what would be really funny is if the guy he was laughing at the bottom sees that happen and starts pointing and laughing at him now.
I mean, yeah. That is what happens because he's dead. So the one that you guys can't technically see, you hear him like you see that guy like tumble off the edge and there's a splash, and then you hear, you know, a laugh coming from down there, you know, hyena cackling laugh, and he's like, well, now you look who's now not getting paid. It's you.
Why does Bubbles stop?
Glub. Okay. This bear is dead. So then we come to Torque. Let's see here. There's a guy with an axe who's closed on everybody, and then there's the bear over there. She's going to reload, and then she's going to step around Laria, so she's got a nice clear shot. And she's going to return fire on the axe wielder.
It is but a scratch.
All right, Torque. Actually, you know what? As Torque, it makes her step over there. She
just falls
is. No, actually, what she does is she takes her step over there, and you guys see. Well, first of all, Seamus, you feel a reduction in the local level of just a tiny bit, a reduction in entropy as more order is introduced to the local environment, focused on Torque's gun. Okay.
That was supposed to be like a heartbeat sound effect that I made.
Yeah, there's just a little cookie there as she gives herself fortune for this attack. So she gets to roll twice and take the better. Okay, and with the better of the two, that hits his AC. So he, so her damage. That's enough to kill him. She shoots that man dead.
Like mid laugh, just a bullet to the head.
Yeah, he's just like he's maniacally laughing, swinging the axe back and forth. He's got like a little bit of, and he's just going for it, like he's been driven, you know, to the breaking point by the pain and the exhilaration, and then his head just explodes from
shot.
From Torque's shot. All right, Swag. There was a guy who was like briefly close enough to like take a swing at you. He's dead now.
Let's see. The only people that are alive are the bear and the other guy.
Yeah, there's the bear that you can clearly see that is hanging on by just as much of a. And then you can't quite see this guy, but you know he's
Hello, Mr. Bear.
Easily hurt him. Hello,
Scythe.
Well, goodbye.
Just bisects another bear.
Yeah, just bisects another bear that's a crit, which means you just reduced him from the hit points he was at to -30.
Holy shit!
Overkill.
So yeah, you take an action to step over there. You're like, "Yo, bear!" Bear doesn't even like spare you a glance because it's like trying to like maul Mr. Turbos, and you swing up that scythe and just remove both of its big bear arms that it was attempting
roll.
that it was attempting to maul the robot with. And it just collapses with like a.
Callie starts laughing.
I was like, I don't know why I feel like Shane could have said a one-liner and be like, I guess he wasn't bare arms. I guess he.
I revoked your rights to bear arms. Badooch. Well, Seamus, you still have a single action.
You know what? Let's see. I can only move 20 feet because of my armor. So, you know what? I'm gonna mosey my way down here.
All right.
He think he's safe.
Yeah, he think he's safe. He wrong. All right. So you mosey on down past the. You just slaughter a bear and then just like shanty down past him like.
Wait, isn't this guy dead too, or no?
No, he's still alive.
He's still alive. He's not even bloodied yet.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
The only
he's trying.
The only damage that he has taken has been falling into the river and getting swept away slightly.
Lego man.
I'm gonna first action move Callie over here. She's like moving over, and she's like, ew, 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 as she's like stepping on the corpse of this like disgusting Colo.
Parts bushes so she can see the other guy down.
And then she's like, where the hell do you think you're going?
Get over here!
And then she throws a junk bomb at him.
Alright. Junk bomb him. Bam! Alright, so that's 12, 14,
Nice job.
16. Yeah, he's quite bloodied now. And he also has the bleed. So, like, fucking 16 points of damage right there.
He sees a kid up and looks up and got blasted in the face.
All right, so Callie, single action move. Callie, single action bomb. What's Callie's third action?
She's gonna shoot her with her gun.
All right.
Where the hell is her gun? There's. Oh my god!
That crits.
And that's one of the. She put an elemental bullet in there.
Okay, so that crits. Which I see that I can see that Callie's set up properly, so we'll have to do something about that. But either way, Callie, if you roll me another D8 on top of that.
Okay.
I mean, he's dead. I mean, he dead as hell, anyways. But go ahead and give me that extra D8. Yeah, he's just dead. Where the fuck are you going? Boom.
I mean, yeah, that's not even taking into account the fucking elemental bullet damage.
Mr. Sir, hold on. Let's see here.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, he's like fucking Dr. Trimmer is just like pitch perfect hyena colo like noise as that guy goes down and dead.
Oh, I hate that.
Callie looks at him and he's like, I didn't teach him that.
And then he does it again. Yeah, like
oh no.
Dr. Trimmer's and it's just like, that's creepy as shit.
Callie's like, I might have not taught him that, but it's sticking. It's staying. And the rest of the party just like everyone face palms like, well, you better not do it when we're sleeping at least.
just does it quietly.
And Jamal,
just like
Jamal in his head.
And
The ball in his head. I'm glad I'm a nocturnal dude. I'm glad I'm a nocturnal.
And with this end of combat is where I will take my leave, everybody.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good day, June. Enjoy the rest of the stream.
Enjoy the rest of your game, guys. Sorry,
Cool.
things in like scheduling this the whole thing just kind of this whole week's kind of been a bit by the seat of my pants, but I'm glad I got to be here for a little bit.
Yeah,
June,
we're
was it
always
your
glad to have
birthday?
you.
Like recently?
3 days.
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Happy
like
belated birthday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, the celebration stream is like now, but actual birthday is in like 3 days.
Okay.
But either way, though, like I said, you have a fun rest of your evening. We will finish up this session. Sans June.
Yeah. And I mean, Syrup's got the rest of the thing right.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
recording. I'll send you the recording.
No worries.
Once I remember.
Adios.
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 Bye.
Bye.
I still can't believe I fucking got 3 crits in a row. What the fuck?
I mean, like,
The flag was on a roll.
Just to make up for all the shit luck we got last time.
fucking murder machine over here.
So let me say this: we all agree that we just threw their bodies in a river, right?
Yeah. They smell like
I mean,
They
yeah.
smell like ass.
That's what I totally assumed at the party. Throw them in the river and be like, good riddance.
Yeah, because I'm looking at that. I'm looking.
I would say also too, Seamus is like cleaning off his scythe too of all the gunk and bear blood.
Now,
Just in the river.
clearly, I want to point out that the bears don't have equipment. The colos, as far as like potentially useful to the equipment that they have, is each one of the colos had a battle axe. So if you would like a battle axe, you can pick one up. Each
Is
one
there
of
any
them
requirements for them?
For a battle axe. Well, it is a.
I'll take a battle axe and a cross. I'll take the rest of the stuff that people don't want because I'll probably.
Oh wow, that
I'll let you know. Now I have a question. Can
That's
Jamal
hilarious.
actually easily pick these battle axes up?
I am almost 100%. I just to like get you the stats and everything for it, and somebody has fucked up on Archive of Nethys because it says battle axe, but when you mouse over it, what it links to is bat, like the animal that can be purchased as like a pet, not like battle axe the item. But let me give you what that is. Battle axe. Okay, it is specifically a martial weapon, so you do need to be proficient in martial weapons, which I believe covers pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
It's in the axe group. It is a D8 slashing damage. It is relatively heavy, as it is a bulk of 1.
Damn. Well, I'm not keeping it. I'm selling it. So.
Yeah, you can sell it. Yep, you can sell them. While these are battle axes, they are also perfectly usable jack axes. So if you needed to sell it to somebody who just needed a fucking, to cut down trees or whatever, this shit works for that. They've all got battle axes. So that's 4 battle axes. They all are wearing like kind of patched together armor, which is a little bit of hide. It counts as leather armor, stat wise. So if you want to like gather leather scraps off of these guys, you can do that.
Leather scraps, okay.
Yeah, I think that's useful for Cali.
Leather scraps.
Yeah. The leather scraps that come off of each guy is 1 bulk apiece.
Oh, so there's 4 leather scraps.
Yeah, there's 4 leather scraps, and it's each one is worth 1 bulk.
Okay, so 4.
They also all were armed with short.
out?
They're all armed with short bows. Two of them had full quivers that they didn't fire from, and then because they did actually shoot shots.
All right, I'm gonna take those as well. Okay, so I'm assuming you wanted a battle axe, right, Johnny?
Oh, no, I'm good.
All right, well, then I'll take the 4 battle.
I'm like,
axes.
no, let me have a wait, let me do a more. As they were getting rid of the body, and Jamal kind of felt that sharp pain of getting swiped by one of the battle axes. He picked up the battle axe that the dude that one man again. He like, damn, that felt a little sharp.
It is a little sharp. Now it is a martial weapon, and it's also one-handed, so it works with your like sword and pistol feet.
I would say Jamal Jamal can easily pick it up.
Yes, and Jamal can pick it up. I mean, it's really honking big in Jamal's, hands, but like he can.
So wait, each koa has like a short bow?
So there's 4 short bows, and there is a total available of 55 arrows.
Oh my god. Somebody's got to buy all this shit off me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would say as
get the shit off.
I would say,
Larry, I will help you out too. Just grab the shit.
Okay. I would say Jamal looked at the thing. He looks at Callie. Jamal asks Callie, I'm like, how far is your engineering into making something weightless?
Callie looks at him and she's
it's
like,
danger.
Oh,
hey, it is.
It's Timothy.
He doesn't have danger. Does not have a mic, but yeah, I critted 3 bears.
No, it was 2 bears. You critted 3 times.
Oh yeah, 2. Yeah, I critted 3 times. I critted.
You straight up slashed one bear in half, and then you lopped off the arms of another bear. Oh.
Callie looks at Jamal and is like, well, I have been thinking about it because like I have this vial of oil of weightlessness that I still have, and I have been thinking, how could I potentially maybe use something like it to make weapons that not weigh anything or any particular thing? Because I have been thinking of using that on Mr. Service to see what would happen.
Jamal, like, you know what? I'll take one of the maxes. I'll take one.
All right. So, like I said, Jay, is battle axe turn. It is a bulk of 1, but it is a one-handed martial weapon that does 1d8 slashing damage, plus whatever Jamal's strength bonus is. And it does, and because it is a one-handed, works with your sword and pistol feats.
Oh, like, can you? I was like, but I would say this, Johnny. Think of the shenanigans. It's like think of like a situation. Seamus throw Jamal in the air, and he just starts swinging down, spinning with an axe.
Actually,
using pizza cutter.
Yes.
Actually, you know what would be even like more hilarious is like you could get Callie to figure out how to like add the axe to your shotgun, so that you've got like an axe gun.
That was I'm not even kidding. That was in fact a recipe I was thinking of picking up because I'm still debating about making a fucking what was it? It was like a
so pretty much make like a.
I was gonna combine a Triton with a gun. I was thinking about doing that. Because
so basically, it would be like a bayonet kind of bayonet shotgun.
Yeah.
Or an axe shotgun.
An axe shotgun. That is a real thing, by the way. I know.
Yeah, it is an actual. It is an actual weapon.
I saw it in the equipment thing when I was looking stuff out.
Yeah, the axe gun is just a hilarious combination weapon, and there is and the Trident gun is also just a real fucking funny one.
I know. I want to make a Trident gun because I think it'd be really funny for Callie to have a Trident gun as an Azurketti.
It would be fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, I'm looking at it. What in the world?
Yeah, the axe gun is just fucking funny. And but yeah. So for the meantime, though, Jay, if you would on Jamal's sheet, if you would just make note in your equipment somewhere that you have a battle axe, I can make sure later on that it's fully updated and all that sort of stuff. But if you just put a little note in your equipment area that you picked up one of those battle axes. On your sheet, I think there's a little plus icon like in your inventory.
Yeah.
And if you click on that, I put it stored items. Just click on that plus to add item, and then in the the space for the name, just type in battle axe, and I'll make sure that all the rest of it is set up correctly.
And add a bulk of 1 for Jamal.
Yep. Okay. So then, I'm assuming battle axes, the short bows, and the arrows that go with them are otherwise dropped into Mr. Shivos' trunk.
Yes, to be sold at a later date.
Mr. Shivos' kind of sort of trunk of holding. Okay then. I keep looking at that picture that June put in the art channel of Torque over the dirt wall with her ass hanging out. Just
it's really funny. It's really funny.
It is really fucking funny. Okay, so that all like sorted out. Like by the time you guys have gotten the bodies taken care of, gone over the like, hey, these guys had battle axes, and they've got leather that Callie could use for crafting and all that sort of jazz. By the time all of that is done, it is beginning to get dark.
Shit.
But the party finds the sign, as they were told, where got the little arrow pointing like further down the road, like Bossfield, that direction, and then it's got the little turn off. It's Yellow Stream that way. So you guys find the turn off and hit the road out to Yellow Stream. Now the road out to Yellow Stream is kind of actually similar to the turn off that you take from the main road to Callie's workshop, in that it's a road, but it is by no means as well taken care of, maintained, wide, or paved in any sort of way, as you basically just break off into the forest and start following a kind of windy trail, which itself is pretty gutted or guttered or whatever, with wagon tracks and runoff from the various precipitation and things like that have been going over the past week or two now. But it is full on dark when you guys start to see lights in the distance, kind of poking out between the trees, which are very clearly lights coming from buildings. And then you start getting openings in the trees, and you off to the side, which are just open fields. But then at the edge of those open fields, you see, as the field goes on, it becomes an actual farm field, and there is a big ass barn building over on one side, and then further up the trail, you've got some lights where presumably the actual village is. So, I'm going to move us over to the Yellow Stream map.
Sweet.
Hell yes. All right. So, welcome to Yellow Stream. Let me go ahead, since I got it here, go ahead and clear.
Humble village.
We're surely nothing bad will.
Yeah, we're surely.
I like how Fuzzy cut off right there.
Is that population 110? Is that what that says?
Just yes, population 110 people.
And diminishing.
Callie looks at. Is this on a sign or something? Population 110 Yellow Stream or whatever.
Yeah, there's a sign as you're coming up where it's Yellow Stream population, and then it's got like the Wild West, where it's got a little sign and the population number there. It's got little rotating slats of numbers and whatnot.
Callie looks at Seamus and is like, I think we could fight 110 people.
I mean,
Hey, Dad,
110 people.
how long would it take you to cut 110 people in half like bears?
I mean, I'd rather just use a fireball and just burn them all to a crisp. But I mean,
we gather them all together in one place. We can make.
Yeah, hopefully it's not. Callie looks at him. He's like, hopefully it's not like that one time where we had to trick everybody into getting to the town hall and set the place on fire.
yeah.
Family Guy cutaway gag.
Hey, Callie, remember the time?
Jesus Christ.
But yes, so you guys are coming up from like this side of the road here. Let me go get the usual party icon. Put it on the map here. Okay, so
the shop.
There's the shoppy.
The shoppy.
There's the chape. But yeah, either way, you guys come up, up the road and get up here to Yellowstream. Like I said, it is well after dark by the time you guys get here. There are lights in all of these buildings, although not in the barn that you guys saw up here. There was no lights here. There's this big building, which is also another barn, no lights. These two buildings here have lights on. This building here not only has lights on, but there's even actually like two dudes who are standing directly in front of the building. Who are, one of them's kind of like leaning up against the building. The other guy's kind of standing. They're having, just casual conversation. And they're both holding like mugs in their hands. And as you guys are coming out of the forest and no one has noticed you quite yet, a third guy, so like the first two guys who were talking, humans, middle-aged. The guy the third guy who steps out of the building, he is not 100% human. He's human plus something. But he also has like a mug in his hand. Middle-aged. They're all like fairly burly looking dudes. Like you might expect with people who are professional miners.
Person.
But like he also walks out with a mug and says some stuff to you guys, and then he just happens. He's apparently the one of them who has like dark vision or whatever, because he sees you guys coming up the road, and he like taps the other dudes like with his elbow, like, "Hey, folk coming, folk coming up the road." So they all turn and kind of like look in the party's direction. They're coming up to the edge of the forest and actually to, like the full-on trail. Each one of these squares on this map here are 25 feet, just so you know. So, like, this is not a very, like, big area, really, when you get down to it. But you can see from here the, like, dark band that is probably the Yellow Stream that this place is named for. There's a low bridge that goes over that. Some more buildings on the other side. But at the moment, you've got, like, this place, which clearly just, like, looks and sounds like a bar of some variety, and then buildings over here. And there's three guys standing outside the bar. It is, by the time you guys like roll up, it is about like 8 or 9 o'clock. So it's full on dark, but it's not like so late that, it'd be weird for these people to be up. But yeah, the one guy who can see he notices you first. He taps the other dudes to let them know that you're coming. And then as the party comes up, the guy who can see you, like raises up the hand that's holding the mug. And he calls out to the party. He's like, "Hey, travelers, welcome to Yellowstream. I hope you're not here for the mining." Slurp.
We're not. Well, I mean, technically we're not, but technically we are. Callie shot
What does that mean?
Well, we'll explain it later.
He kind of like looks. He kind of like looks around at like the the dark town, and they're just you guys and these three dudes, and he's like, "Why wait?"
Because it's dark out and I'm fucking tired.
Reasonable.
I have been busy fighting Kolos for the last half an hour.
Wait, did you say fighting Kolos?
Yes.
You see the two humans like look at each other, and you see one of them like hang his head for a moment, and then he like puts down his mug on like one of the fence posts, reaches down to his belt, pulls open a pouch, opens it up, pulls out a couple of coins, hands it to the other guy who's got just face as he like takes a sip from his mug. But the guy who is talking to you though, as you guys are walking up, he says, we saw some Kolos a couple of days ago. We had he kind of glances at the others. We had sort of a running bet going that they were bad news.
Kelly,
are they still bad news? Or...
Well, I mean, technically not because well, they're dead now, so there's that. Callie also like looks at them and is like, are Koas usually like always this awful?
Depends on the tribe you're dealing with. Some of them perfectly normal, folk. But one of the tribes around here is, well, sort of like xenophobic and dangerous. They're the kind of folk that give bad names to Kolo.
I see. Well, I mean, I ain't racist or anything, but just like I've had very little next to no interaction with these people before. But every interaction I've had so far, coming to visit this town has been awful. I have to say, these Kolos are bad news. I have to say, all the Kolos I've met anyway have all been bad news. They've either been attacking me, or they've been tied to some cult that was attacking me.
Do you get attacked by cults a lot?
Callie like chuckles a little. If I had a gold coin for every cult that attacked me or hated me, I'd have 5 gold coins, which is not a lot. But it's still weird that it happened 5 times.
Like that is weird. He takes like a concerned like sip from his mug, as he's like looking the party up and down. And then one of the human guys, as the party gets like close enough for them to be able to like really make out who you are and all that sort of stuff. But one of the human guys asks, you mentioned traveling to this location. Why are you here?
We heard you had a dragon problem, question mark. We are on behalf of the Pathfinder Society, question mark.
Callie, since you're the one who's doing the talk,
oh god,
I'd like you to make a perception check.
Oh god, bro. Oh, that's awful.
Okay, all right, cool.
That's really awful. God damn.
Well, the guy who's human plus, who's got dark vision, he takes a long pull from his mug, and then he sets it down on a fence post, and he says, well, folks, I'm not real sure about like the Pathfinder connection thing, but if you're here to deal with the monster, welcome, because we'd really like to get back to fucking work. It's been he kind of glances at the other guys. It's been like a while now since we've really got to fucking do anything. And while I like a good extended break and whatnot, I'm running out of cash to buy booze. So we're glad you're here.
Callie kind of like looks at, you guys got any, how do I put this? Do you guys have any, like, representatives from the Avalon Mining Company here? Like, here, like,
what do you mean by
advisors,
representative?
like advisors for the company here. That are,
Well,
like,
I guess.
Watching.
I mean, I guess
the production
that, like. Well, then you probably want to talk to the foreman.
Okay, alrighty.
I mean, you probably want to talk to the foreman or senior miners. I mean, we all work for Avalon over here.
I see.
I mean, if you want me to get one of the senior miners, I can. I think one of them is still conscious. He kind of like thumbs towards the tap room there, and he's like, I think one of them is still conscious.
Cowie's like, that would be great. Could you get one of them right now? Especially while they're drunk. She says, totally not suspiciously whatsoever.
Okay.
No evil
So,
intention.
he steps back inside, and he's only gone for like a minute, but he comes back out with another human who is kind of on the older end of, he's probably like in his like mid to late 40s or whatever. And he is definitely kind of sloshed. Like he needs the other guy's like help to just like keep standing. But he stumbles out the door and like very blearily like takes in the party here in the like the wane light that's coming out of the tap room building and everything. And he's like, hey folks, are you here to do something about the thing in the mine?
Callie clasps her hands together and is like, yes, that is exactly why we're here. I just, since you are the senior miner and everything, just wanted to ask you a few questions while we were able to. She says to very clearly, very suspiciously.
Okay, I will try to answer them. I've been drinking.
All right. One question that's been bothering me for a bit is, has this did this dragon adjacent dragon adjacent creature, did it like show up inside the mine, or did it like fly in and take over the mine?
And you see him kind of like look at the other miners, like very blurry and whatnot. He looks back at Callie. He's like, I'll be honest with you, I'd never saw it come flying in. When I saw it, it was down in the mine, like a good way in the mine, and it came out of one of the side passages. We was in the main passage, and there are like little branches that come off of it, that go in other directions when we're searching for R. And yeah, it was out of one of these little that the thing first showed up when I saw it. It was it was big, like like if you took like a wagon and then like added another wagon on top and then another wagon or something. I mean, you keep calling it a dragon, and I guess maybe.
Well, Callie kind of like looks at it, he's like, I want to keep calling it a dragon because that's only what everybody who's seen it has told me, or at least not necessarily see. And Callie kind of like stumbles over words a bit, and then he's like, "Wait, you saw it, and you say it didn't look like a dragon."
Well, I mean, I gotta be honest with you. Dragons look like, but every time I ever seen a picture of them, they're like lizards, right? Like big lizards.
Callie's like, "I don't think we should compare them to lizards."
I mean,
Lizards
is
are
he
like,
wrong though?
I mean, the lizards we've seen are walking on 2 feet and keep complaining about keep saying their god's the best god ever since sliced bread, and shapeshift into human beings. So I don't know. We should say that.
Well, I mean, sliced bread's really not all that impressive.
Yeah, and neither is their god. So
Yeah, if you say so, ma'am. But like this thing, it was big, yeah, but like it had, like it was covered in feathers. And have you ever held a duck in your hands,
in my hands,
like a child?
Uh,
And he like cups his hands together like he's holding like a particularly plump duck. It's like,
Callie
have you ever
looks at
held
it and
a?
is like, I've never held a duck, but I've held a really fat rat before.
Well, you know, as it turns out, the actual duck is not very big, but it looked bigger because of the feathers. So, you know, maybe it was the feathers that made it look so big.
So it has feathers, what you're saying?
Yes, it was covered in feathers, and it had like a big sharp beak.
And the rest of the party is like, is this the first time we've heard?
It had big old chicken legs.
Callie like looks at the rest of the party and is like, is this the first time we've heard that this creature has like feathers and chicken legs? Since we've heard of this story.
This is the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah, Callie's just like, then looks back, is like, yeah, I was just making sure that we were all on the same on the same page, that we were told that we were fighting a dragon or something adjacent to a dragon.
I was gonna say, what check do I make? Damn. Never heard of it.
God damn.
Can I do a check for a giant chicken-sized dragon? Or sorry, dragon-sized chicken is what I should say. Not a chicken-sized dragon. They'd be the size of like Mushu or something.
Make a Arcana check. The DC is kind of highish, but okay, but that's good enough. That's more than good enough. Okay. Dragons do not come covered in feathers. Like 99% of the time, anything that acts dragon mechanically as a tag in this game does not have feathers. There are some things which, like in universe, people would probably call a dragon which have feathers.
Are they dinosaurs?
I mean, it could be.
It could be. I mean, don't they have prehistoric animals like those things we fought when we went into the sewer?
Yeah, there are the megafauna do exist. They're rare, but they do exist, and people do know that.
Callie kind of like scratches the chin of her like mask and is like, well, I ain't never heard no dragon that had feathers, so we're probably not even fighting a dragon anymore. And no fairy tales or books I've ever read, there was no telling of a dragon that ever had feathers. So, You said it looked like a very plump chicken?
Yes, it looked like a very plump chicken.
Well, if that's the case, why didn't you guys do anything about it then, if it was just a really big chicken?
Well, again, he kind of like, does a blurry blink and like looks at at the other guys around him. He's like, "Ma'am, we're miners. We don't fight giant monsters. I mean,
But
okay, so it's a chicken, but like I'm the size of an ant compared to that chicken, and I don't know if you know anything about chickens, but chickens eat ants pretty successfully."
But yeah, but chickens are also like really stupid. Callie says.
Stupid don't mean shit when you're in a small enclosure.
All right. So my next question has to do is, what was the Avalon Mining Company's reaction when all of this first went down? What was the reaction? At least here in town.
Well, when I solved the thing, I was with a group of some of the other senior miners. It was during shift change, and so like the junior miners, and he kind of like blurrily gestures at the dudes around him. They had already come out of the mine, and they were having like break, and we were doing shift change, and it was time for the senior miners to go in. So it was a bunch of us senior miners that went in there next, and we broke off into different groups because the mine is active in different areas, and the branch that we was excavating, looking for ore and everything, was further down. So we were still in the main area. It was out of one of the branches that the juniors was working that the thing came out of, and it was big and loud, and it said that it wanted us to give it tribute, and if we didn't, it was gonna like eat us. And one of the other guys pointed out that we didn't like have money or anything to give for tribute, and that's when it said it would accept like one of us as tribute. And that was when we all like just fucking turned and ran for it. We was out of there in record time, less than a minute, and as soon as we broke, I made a beeline right over to the right over to the foreman's trailer, and I went in there, and I names. It was very rude of him at the time, but then he gathered up some more guys, and then he went in. They weren't in there for half a minute, and then they come running out, and that's when the foreman hit the alarm bell and officially said we were getting out of Dodge. So then we all packed up together because apparently the thing said, same stuff to him, that it would wanted tribute, or it wanted like one of us as tribute. So we stuck together as a group, because that's part of the training. So you don't get like picked off one by one kind of like thing. And we all came back to town. And then the foreman and a couple of the other senior guys who had solved the thing, they talked with the council here in town. They're a bunch of old ladies, the council.
Okay.
They I mean, they're called the council. They just basically make sure that the town runs like it's supposed to. That we got supplies and stuff.
Understandable.
And then he, the foreman, and those other guys, they immediately set out down to Laurel to let the to let headquarters know. Foreman came back, like day later, or 2 days later, something like that, and he was telling us that he had told the corporate, and corporate had asked him a whole bunch of questions about like what had happened, what he saw, and all
I do
that.
have a question. Did you say quite a few of the same things you said to us about how it, like description-wise for the animal, that it was probably just a giant chicken or something like that had feathers and everything like that? Did you tell corporate something along the lines of the same description you told us today? Or did?
Well, I mean, I wasn't there, so
All right.
so I mean, I guess so. Why? You're acting like that's weird.
Callie kind of like looks at him, and looks over at Seamus. Wait, Johnny, are you still making dinner?
Hello.
Okay. Callie looks over at Seamus, and Ross is like, for some reason I smell a conspiracy. Because if these guys saw, like, I don't know, like a 30-foot chicken or something like that, why the hell is the Avalon Mining Company going around telling people that there's a dragon in their mine? And then after they say they run with that lie, why the hell do they not do anything about it? Especially if it is just like a 30-foot chicken.
If they're saying that it looks like a 30-foot chicken, can I do an Arcana check to see like what kind of actual animal it is or what they're talking about?
You can try a check. Callie already pulled off a really good one though.
Oh, I'm thinking if I pull off one higher, maybe I can actually figure out what it is.
You know what? I'll let you know exactly what it is. You can 30.
Oh, so 30. All right, let's
see.
All right, I am hero pointing the shit out of that. That is some. We got our first fail from me.
Damn.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, dude, that's another.
They don't.
All right.
They don't want you to know.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna be using I am using a feat. I'm using turn back the clock.
Okay. You use your once per day ability to.
And I get a +1 circumstance bonus. I swear to God.
All right.
Damn it.
We got really
27.
Okay. Just like with Callie, you know that like dragons come in a lot of different like shapes and sizes. Let's be totally clear here. And any sort of like dragon that is native to this universe is kind of like you would normally imagine a fantasy being a vaguely reptilian creature with like 4 limbs, 2 wings, a long ass tail, maybe horns, different coloration, but like that's a dragon.
That sounded like a chimera as well to me.
Well, the classic chimera has a dragon head, but it's not all dragon. There's the other parts that aren't dragon. But in universe, honestly, if these miners came across a chimera, they may call it a dragon because it's got dragon bits. But what this guy has described is no one has said multi-headed. Like that's the other thing about a chimera. Chimera's got multiple heads, so that would be clear. If they said multi-headed, chimera, hydra, which like a hydra is a quote unquote dragon adjacent creature, but it is not a dragon. Even though it is very dragon-like in a lot of different ways. So, if this thing is a dragon, it is this universe. like if it's actually dragon by type. It's not a dragon native to this plane. But more likely, it's just a large, intelligent, carnivorous, probably,
Chicken.
beastie. But yeah, what this guy has described, though, is that it had feathers, it had a big, massive beak, and it had, in his estimation, chicken legs.
To me, it just sounds like he's describing a 30-foot chicken, honestly.
So yeah, he might be describing just a 30-foot tall chicken. The other description that you guys got previously was something that was more serpentine in shape. Feathers were never mentioned, beaks were never mentioned, chicken legs were never mentioned.
So that's where what Callie mentioned is like the conspiracy. It's like, why the hell would the description change so drastically from feathers, large beak, chicken legs to serpentine body, maybe potentially dragon adjacent creature, and all that.
That is legitimately weird for there to be that much discrepancy. And again, to be clear here, this guy, this senior miner, he, according to him, he saw the thing, and what he describes is the chicken bird. He says that when they got back to the surface, once they got out of the mine, he told the foreman about it. The foreman called him some names, probably stupid amongst other things.
I want to ask him a question. Was it speaking Draconian? Because I'm pretty sure we were told it was
this guy
was speaking Draconian.
Well, this guy says he don't know Draconian.
Okay,
he ain't never heard Draconian, but he understood what this thing said.
Callie's gonna say something in Draconian. She's gonna say like a sentence in Draconian, and she'd be like, "Did it sound anything like that?" She's gonna like actually speak like a fluently Draconian because she knows Draconian now. She's just gonna say
like you get like these slow out of sync blinks from him as he's like, "No, it didn't sound like that."
He said if he understood him, then it must have spoken in common.
Right? Callie looks at the part. He's like, "That's a bit weird from the description we got."
Mm-hmm.
We were told that it spoke Draconian.
So, the party has mixed messages that they've gotten from. It is. Let me see here. It is currently 9:15 p.m. It is in town, roughly speaking, about the same time. And it is getting. But basically, it's getting later. It's dark. As you guys are like talking, a couple of other like junior miners have kind of wandered out into the front area and to like just sort of like see who you guys are, and then also conversation between y'all and the senior dude. Pardon me. So you guys have like a little brief conversation in Rasu, throwing back and forth. Some of this shit isn't lining up. You try saying something to him in Draconic, and he's like, it didn't. Plus, he doesn't understand what the fuck you said, anyways. So now what?
I think since it's so late and we've asked him so many goddamn questions, it'd probably be best to go to sleep.
Yeah, get some rest.
That sounds like a good idea. Okay, then. So, just some quick questions with the... Let you know that the two buildings from the tap room are boarding houses. Technically speaking, the mine gets workers who don't live in town, but they usually will like come into town for days to do like, they then go back off to their respective homesteads, or they travel to a town, and they use the boarding house to like stay in that time period. Since there has been officially no work, and the mine has been shut down for a full solid week at this point. They've all cleared out of town, which means the house is basically
Basically.
basically empty, and like there's literally just the caretaker who's there, that watches over like the house, the building itself. So you guys can just haul up there. They're not even gonna like charge you for it or anything. So I'm gonna put the game on brief pause because I yet again need to go. And then we will otherwise we will come back to that. So short break. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and fix myself a drink. So say like 5-ish minutes.
All right.
Yeah, that's Kalima said rat. I was gonna make it clear. She was not referring to Dr. Tremors. I was thinking it'd be really funny if she held like a really fat rat, like back when she was living in Runoff. And they just have like I would imagine they'd have like those really fat ass rats that are just massive.
Oh yeah, I keep thinking of the ones that are the one that's taking a shower.
Whatever Callie was doing with said rat, we will never
Mm-hmm.
It might have
Real
been
life actual wharf rats.
Who knows? It might have been that rat that was riding that other rat. Maybe Callie knows that rat. Maybe she's friends with the rat gang, and she never brought it up because she doesn't like talking about that part of her past.
I'll be right back. I'm in my headphone.
Well, they're using the restroom. I'll probably use the restroom as well. Might as well use the chance to take my leave.
Okay. Also take the opportunity to crack this one open. Jesus Christ, what furniture are you moving now? It's 9:30 p.m., folks. There do be some discrepancies.
I've returned.
I am back.
Oh, damn, we all got back.
We all back. Okay, so actually though, give me a. I'm trying to look up like the actual critter by name, and I know I have it in my notes, but I can't find it. So I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Let me just come over here to the creatures list. And let's see here. It's not a unique creature. It's in the proper level range for the party. Let's see here.
Whoa.
Okay. All right. I wanted I wanted to pull up some things that.
Damn, is it snoring I hear?
Yeah, Jay's asleep.
God damn it.
JB sleep asleep. Okay. Okay.
Damn,
Um,
I wish I could play that while they're gone.
yeah, brother, go. Okay, so let's see that. Let me check sure. Okay, these are all. Yeah. These are all Arcana.
Damn,
Okay.
that's a very conspicuous fan noise that's being made right now.
Yeah, I know. That's really weird that his AC sounds like that.
He brought this on himself.
I'm just now realizing what you guys are talking about.
Can we get some Z's of the chat?
I'm gonna mute him.
I'm gonna mute him as well.
Yeah, Jay, if you wake up, just let us know.
He's not making up
they were,
anytime soon. I'm gonna be real.
yeah, I doubt it. Okay, so anyways, there are, given the descriptions that you guys were given originally, with your various like Arcana and whatnot, as the party's like bedding down, and Callie and Swag like batting this back and forth, of like things that this thing could maybe be, that aren't dragons, but are so close that somebody might call it a dragon. Is you've got two things that like it theoretically could be. One of which is a basilisk, which is the only problem with a basilisk is that while basilisks are like large beasts, they're not nearly the size that these guys have talked about. So unless it's like a basilisk that's just unusually huge or has been otherwise.
Basilisk wouldn't basilisk also be more like snake adjacent as well?
Yes, they would be closer on the serpent side of things. Also, again, it would have to be a special basilisk to talk.
Oh no, ring stuck. Oh god. I'm trying to take a ring off and it's stuck on my finger, bros. This is not good.
Slowly work it back and forth. Is your finger swollen?
I don't know. I'm trying to take it off. It's stuck on my ring finger. God damn it.
Will it rotate? Can you get it to rotate?
Yeah, it's rotating. It won't go past
Slow.
It won't go past this specific joint.
Won't get past the knuckle.
Won't get past the knuckle now.
Well, so long as it's not cutting off circulation.
Okay, there it goes. It's off now.
Okay.
I am not doing that again. We're not gonna do that again.
Yeah, put down the little marker on that. Does not fit right. Okay, so basilisk is a potential thing, but there's some problems with basilisk. The next thing that could be like, again, could be what is being talked about, and it would be like bad fucking news in this particular case, is it could be a behir.
Oh, no.
A behir is what you get when you something that was supposed to be a dragon, a centipede, and then like give it crazy fucking electrical powers.
That one has problems though, because
yeah, that one again has problems. It's big, it is reptilian, it can speak, and all of that like sort of shit. So it meets those categories. But then if you take the description that was say that they physically encountered this thing, it doesn't meet that description, unless it's some weird chicken mutant behir. So there's that, and then the another really outside thing that it could be is it could be a creature which is known as a beta. Betas are very serpentine in shape. They are quite large. They are quite intelligent. Uh, they have, some magical. They definitely see somebody calling this thing a fucking dragon. So it doesn't really match the feathered, beaked chicken legs aspect of it. But again, from the original description, it could theoretically be one of those. Basically, if it is a Behir, the party's in. If it's one of these, if it's a beta or if it's a basilisk, well, that's bad news, but it's like slightly less bad news. Behir shit.
Can I think of an animal it could be that isn't a dragon though? Can I be like, fuck the whole dragon thing, that might just be conspiracy, and think of a creature that this could be, and just screw the whole angle of them being able to confuse it with a dragon?
Well, you know what? Let's see here. I will filter by size for things that this thing could be. We'll just filter purely by size. So let's see here. Things that it could theoretically be. Let's see here. Well, it's not going to be one of those. Wouldn't be one of those. That would be super weird to be one of those. Let's see here. Wouldn't be one of those. Wouldn't.
You find out it's just a giant version of Dr. Tremors.
Well, actually, weirdly enough, the wild version of technically it fits on this list, but no, it's not.
Just drop something.
Okay, it could be a bauble beast.
A bauble beast.
A
bauble beast.
That doesn't even sound like it's threatening, but it probably is.
It could be a bauble beast. Bauble beasts are rare. Like to encounter one is rare. They are not from this universe. They are from the elemental plane of Earth. But they do show up in the regular universe every now and again when there's tasty shit to eat.
Oh.
So it could be a bauble. It could be a bauble beast. They are intelligent. Speak. They fit the size category thing. Could be, and they have very variable. Like they're very morphic in like how their appearance could be. But feathers is not off the table. Feathers and a beak is off the table.
It's just and then we find out it's just a giant chicken. That's literally it. None of this conspiracy leads to anything. It's just a giant chicken.
It turns out that it's just an awakened chicken cast itself.
Yes.
What?
It's just a fucking enlarged, awakened chicken.
We eating good tonight, boy?
The thing is intelligent, so
yeah.
Basically, as far as like things that like exist natively, natural on Halfus, like as part of this like native universe, there's very few things. But if you start looking broader afield at things from other, levels of reality, suddenly you start getting like several possibilities here.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, there's a couple of things that come from the element. There's a couple of things that come from the lower planes, and a couple of things that come from the high planes.
The high planes, shit. But why the hell do they want tribute, and why the hell is it taking over an entire fucking mile? That's the question.
Yeah, that would be the question of like what invasion is. And it could also, again, still be just like some kind of fucking chimera of some weird actual aspect of it. But yeah, so there's
Sacrificial angel chicken.
there's a couple of different fucking things that it could be.
I mean,
So
it could be a sacrificial angel chicken. We don't know. The
I
problem
mean,
is
yeah, it could be.
Come down. The problem is, it's probably not an angel. It probably is a devil because it came up from the ground, not from the sky.
I mean, again, logically that sort of tracks.
God damn it! Now that just reminds me of that fucking Amazing World of Gumball clip where fucking Gumball and Darwin nearly get hit by a truck as kids, and like Darwin's soul is trying to leave his body and it's going to heaven, and he's like, "Oh, that was close," as he like sucks his soul back into his body, and then Gumball's response was literally like, "At least your soul was going up," to imply that his was going down into hell. Oh god, dude, that show had no chill whenever it made jokes, bro. Back in the good episodes, it had no chill.
Well, that one's funny. The one that was actually reaching for is this one.
Arise, chicken, arise.
But yeah, so basically, if it's something that's native to this world, it's either some sort of weird mutant, which is possible, or it's not native to this world.
Somebody cursed. You know what? Callie's just like, you know what? Fuck it. All this research is making my head spin. You know what I've decided at this fucking point? It's just somebody who's been cursed to be a giant rotundous chicken.
Yeah, it could be like it could.
They walk this earth as a giant rotundous round chicken.
Where somebody is now a fucking chicken dragon centaur thing that's just going around downtown. But yeah, so with that stuff in mind, the party goes to bed, and we cycle over to dawn on the next day. So it is that means that we are the timestamp. We are officially moving to October 18th. So it is October 18th. Let me take a moment.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
It's snowing.
Damn it!
When y'all get up in the morning, it is lightly. There are light flurries.
How would
around.
Would snow work with my fucking wave sense, or is that crazy to think? Would it kind of be like the rain during the fog moment, where it's just kind of fuzzy and I don't really see, like I see like vague outlines?
It would be super fuzzy, and your range. Once water begins to make it into the solid state, your wave sense really starts to. So I would say that Callie would be something in the snow at like a range of like 10 feet.
All right, I'm okay with that. That sounds cool.
But it would mean that, like, you know, if in like a blinding snowstorm, Callie could technically feel her way around too.
Callie wouldn't get snow blindness.
Yeah, Callie would not get snow blindness. She wouldn't be great off. So yeah, that's kind of what you're looking at.
Whoa. Callie
So
makes a snowball and then like throws it at Torque.
It's barely enough. It's barely enough for. So like you throw a snowball at Torque, which like catches her by fucking surprise. She looks back over at Callie and she does like a quick movement with her hand, and the snow flurries around you all like change direction and start just going at Callie. Like Callie's now at the center of a snowstorm as fucking like Torque just animates the snow around you.
Jokes
Take
on
that,
you.
child. Take that, child.
Take that child.
Callie laughs like, joke's on you, that just makes my wave sense better.
until she fucking buries you in it.
Yeah, she gets buried under like 2 feet of snow.
It's not quite. Either way, yeah, she just throws some fucking snow back at you.
If the snow was 2 feet, Larry is staying inside, or somebody's gonna have to carry her.
Yeah, 2 feet worth of snow. Like both Laria and Jamal would physically have trouble. But no, this is it is like a light dusting less. You know, it's like it current depth on the ground, centimeters. But if this keeps up, obviously it will, build up. So the possible list of large, speaking thereof. But as far as you guys have been able to determine, this thing is most likely not of this like reality.
Okay.
So, with that stated, in the morning after the party has gone through their daily preparations, the guy who watches over the boarding house, he comes over to where the party's like getting themselves all like prepped and ready and whatever, and he lets you know that the council, the town council of Yellowstream, would like a word, and
Okay.
and they're here to like say hello,
Damn,
and
talk to
like
old women.
and yeah, and like 2 minutes like after he says that, like the door opens and in walks
Watch who it cut out.
the Golden Girls.
Oh shit! Hide me.
Yeah, so it's a bunch of like wrinkly, like white-haired, old human women. There's one of them who is very elderly, and then like the other three are just kind of old. And the like tallest one of them, she is the like she's basically like the council leader, and her name is Gertie. So Gertie,
That is an old woman name, yeah.
yeah. So Gertie would, first of all, like her initial like questions is like, who are you? And you told some miners at the tap room of the Pathfinders. Is that true?
Callie kind of like moves out from hiding behind Mr. Servos and does the whole like hands on hips, and then like the laugh, the I'm Callie Fino. And then fucking Dr. Tremors does the hyena laugh.
Yeah. Gertie like gives like Dr. Tremors. The fuck is that thing?
Don't worry about him. He's just my pet. He's very well trained. Isn't that right, Dr. Tremors? And then he does like
fuck.
Yes.
Yeah. She just like raises an eyebrow at that. Like she just raises an eyebrow at that one. But yeah, she says that the miners who you had a conversation with last night, minus the extremely drunk like senior miner. They, told her and the rest of the council about that. So we don't need to like rehash any of that aspect. So they are, and but her other immediate question is that if you are here to deal with the thing in the mine, are you going out there today to deal with it, or can they expect you to be hanging around? Not that they mind. she just clarified. Not that they mind. They just kind of want to know what you, the armed, dangerous adventurers, are going to do.
Kind of looks at the rest of the party. He's like, "What do you guys think?" I mean, I kind of, if you allow me, I kind of want to sell some stuff to your local shopkeeper if he is okay with that, and then I'm probably gonna go check out the mine if that is possible.
The shop does not keep a excess trade coin in it, but like, yeah, sure, that should be fine.
Well, I mean, I wasn't planning on selling much anyway. Just a few things to get them off of my plate. Why do you ask? Is it because you really want this creature gone and the mine operating again, I would imagine?
Mostly, yes. The other thing is she mentions that the other miners also let her know what you guys told them about encountering some violent out on the road before coming in. And she basically confirms what the other guy said. There is apparently one tribe of Kolos in this area who are troublemakers, and not in the like haha lighthearted kind of way. But the reason that she asks specifically is because they have seen movement with the Kolos recently, and while they haven't come into town, like they've been able to see them from the edge of town, so that's kind of close.
Okay, I'm back. What I missed.
The Golden Girls are here, and they're currently talking to one of the leader of her name is Gertie.
We're talking to the leader of the group, and we sent Callie as our representative. This should go well.
Yeah, so I mean, like, the entire party is there. You guys are still at the boarding house. The council came to see you. And after basically confirming the conversation with the miners the other night, Gertie asked whether or not the party was planning to like leave immediately for the mine, or if you're going to be hanging around. They don't care. She makes it clear that they don't care if you decide to hang around. But the reason that she asked that is because they have been having some problems. Well, they haven't quote unquote had problems, but there is a group of Kolos, a tribe of them, that roams relatively nearby, and they have seen some of them from town, which is kind of frighteningly close.
What are you suggesting with this? Do you want us to go and, like, I don't know, murder all of them?
Yes.
Because, I mean, if you're offering something, I might go and do that right now, actually, because I don't really like them.
Well, Gertie, she doesn't say, yes, we want you to go murder them, in those words specifically.
Kill, but with discretion.
But she does say that she wouldn't be against that sort of thing. And and while the community of Yellowstone itself is not what you would call wealthy, most of them are miners who work in a mine that the main like harvest that comes from that mine is gold.
Oh.
So So she would. So she says she would be willing to give you some of their stores of raw gold, if you could like persuade this group of Kolos to leave them the fuck alone.
So is this like every few, like every your stores every few like weeks, or just your stores currently? Callie says, "Well, cupping her hands together."
It would be a one time. For this, it would be a one-time payment.
Well, I mean, it's still pretty good, and it could give me some reputation with this. Callie then goes into scheming mode again, where she's just like, "This could give me some good rep with this town, which means I could maybe get a good deal, which means I could maybe get constant trade going with them, which means I could constant feeding of gold, which means constant feeding of coinage coming in and out of my inventory."
So Callie is already putting like, like a fucking domino thing together of like, if I do this, then I do that, and then I do this, and then I do that, and they'll do this, and they'll do that, and then because I did this, they will do that.
And she said, while saying this all out loud in the kind of mumbly tone in front of the.
Gertie's eyes like go from like Callie to like over to like Seamus and Laria and like the other like partners behind her. and she's just got this like, she doesn't say anything, but she's got this. Are you guys okay with this? Like, are you guys okay with this like almost adult acting like this?
Absolutely, it's my daughter after all.
Oh,
Laria just shrugs.
Okay, well this is apparently normal for you guys. So
everyone's used to it at this point.
So yeah,
Seamus is encouraging of it.
So essentially, Gertie gives you a optional goal in this quest of persuading the Kolos to Yellowstream alone. But other than that, Gertie also tells you if you are willing to wait a little while, they can gather some of the other miners who had a, who had a physical encounter with the creature, so that they can give you more information about it. They have not seen it in town, and every single day they have sent a like small group of people up to the mine to like look around and see if there's been any major, like changes or whatnot. And according to the people that she has sent out to the mine, she hasn't sent anybody to. But as of like literally yesterday, the group that she sent up to the mine to, take a looky-loo around, have reported back that the exterior part of the mine looks exactly like they fucking left. However, there is light coming from the mine entrance, which they did not leave on at the time. So something has turned on, or set up some sort of light. She says that the miners have described weird. It doesn't look like firelight, so she doesn't know what's going on. So it's probably some sort of magic. She says that the light is like blue or maybe white colored. It's not orange like firelight. And there's no flickering. So they have reported that. They have also reported weird noises and strange smells.
Strange smells. Well, we're kind of used to that at this point, aren't we now?
Well, I mean, you guys just took out 2 stink bears. But yeah, according to she's sent up there to take a look at the place. They've reported light coming out of the mine entrance. They've also reported noises that they can't identify either a location, whatever the fuck it actually is, and also weird smells. So, With all of that said, as we are approaching 10 p.m., we can go ahead and take care of the Callie selling off shit to the shop.
Yes.
Do you want to get rid of the bonus gear that you got off of the Colo?
I want to get rid of most of it. I'll keep the scraps of the leather for crafting, and I might keep like a single battle axe.
Okay. Well, each battle axe is worth a gold piece.
All right.
So you had 4 of them, so Jamal's keeping one, then that means you got 2 gold pieces there. Then we have the short bows. I forget how much the short bows are. Short bows are... short bows are 3 gold apiece. And you got 4 of those, so you can drop off any number of those for 3 gold. They will take them.
All right, 3 gold. 5 gold pieces for 3 short bows. Okay. 4 short bows. It's 5. It's 3 gold.
Yeah, you have 4 short bows that are 3 gold apiece.
Oh, 3 gold apiece. Okay.
Yeah, 3 gold apiece.
I was confused for a second. All right, so that's 12 gold pieces.
Okay.
And then you can sell the arrows in groups of 10 for a single silver.
Okay.
Training.
Just to be clear, it was when you said 2 gold pieces. It was gold piece each for each battle axe, right?
Yeah, each battle axe 1 gold.
Okay.
Each short bow 3 gold.
Okay.
Are these just regular battle axes?
Yes, they are just regular battle axes.
4 short bows.
Also, of course, I make it home literally. I tried to make it home by like 9:30. No, traffic said fuck that.
And you said for 10 arrows, it's a single silver piece, right?
Yeah, for every 10 arrows, it's a single silver piece.
All right, what do I do with the
And you collected 55 of them.
Yeah. So what do I do with the last
So
one?
that would be
like
5.
It's 5 copper pieces.
5 copper. Yep.
Okay. Understandable. Okay.
Hot water in here. Make us some tea.
Gertie also while this is happening, Gertie rings the town bell to get people to gather, and she makes the announcement that since the she just refers to the party as the Pathfinders. She's like, since the Pathfinders, we're not sending anybody up to go check them out. But hopefully the Pathfinders will be able to take care of things, and they have also expressed interest in helping us deal with the potential threat of the Kolo tribe nearby. At which point, a lot of people are like, "Oh, they have that. Fuck, great, good. We don't have to do that. Also, they're giving us weapons. Sweet, extra good."
Arming the troops.
They've equipped the town with 2 extra battle axes, extra bows.
They won't question that it's the kid in the party that's giving them all this shit.
Yeah, they're not going to bother to question that.
I was gonna say, weapons will weapon a weapon.
I mean, plus also, really, some of the people who are there, who are minors, are younger than Callie. There's a couple of 14 who are there who are just straight on minors in the. They are minors.
Minors.
Yeah, they are minors. And then there's the junior, and then there's the seniors.
So there's minors, which are kid minors. There's senior minors, which are adult minors, and then there's senior minors, which are the old people. And then
actually, all of the old people, either the council women, the 4 of them that make up the council, their husbands. That's literally all of the old people. Everyone else is an adult. There is a handful of children, who are real children, who are small kids. And then there's a small sprinkling of teenagers, but they're basically treated as adults. They are straight on at the mine. So yeah, so dealing with Callie in this particular instance, it's completely fucking normal that they're just treating Callie like another adult.
Talk
So
like an adult, got weapons like an adult.
yeah,
All
plus
adult.
she's like bristling with weapons and
Don't bite the hand that feeds you, especially if it has a tank.
Yeah, they're not going to argue those sort of things. So they've given the party some more. They have given the party a optional like bonus quest if they so choose to do something with that.
Where are you running?
But yeah, so here we are like at 10 p.m. So this is where we're officially draw this to an end. Tomorrow the party will make it over to the actual mine, which is only going to take about an hour to walk over. So that is where we'll end today. Thank you everybody for showing.
I should with this new job I'll be off weekends, so I should be able to make it to all of them from now on, unless.
Oh well, that's good. How did training go today?
Oh, like they had me stressed the entire time. She didn't say any. She just said, "Hey, go try this out," and I was like, "Okay," and then gave me no feedback and went to have me go to the next thing.
Oh my god!
And it wasn't until the very end where she went from straight face to like, "Wow, you did a really good job. We're grateful to have you on the team." And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
What an awful way of hiring people.
It couldn't have given me a little more, just something to go, hey, yeah, you're doing good.
I do not like that form of training, but like, hey, at least you.
Hey, man.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. What does this do?
Wait a minute. Something not right.
Wait, wrong.
What?
All I know is that the dude that like talked to me, like he was the one that was working there currently. The first thing he said was, "Hey, what's up, man?" And then the second thing he said was, "Do you know what a PS Vita is?" Just full off the cuff. I was like, "Yeah, I do." And he talked for like 10 minutes about it and then walked off. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Are you fucking joking me?
I just like the random, like literally the randomest thing.
Okay.
I was just grateful to have somebody to talk to.
Okay. Just off topic thing here, but like I was cleaning up my tabs, and closing down things, and I noticed a word that seemed out of place on the stat block for one of the various monsters that potential thing in the mine could be. So I'm not gonna let you know if this is, but like this specific critter has a breath weapon, where not only does the breath weapon cause damage to anyone who is hit by the breath weapon, not only does it cause damage, but it also forces you to make a saving throw, and if you fail the saving throw, you have to like give the creature your belongings.
Whoa.
Like you just hand it your stuff. And if you should crit fail the saving throw, you don't just hand 5 rounds, take the time to completely strip yourself butt ass naked and give it your stuff. Like all of your stuff.
That's bad monetarily wise. That's bad monetarily wise for most everybody. For Callie, that's dangerous. If she gives up her tank, she's fucked.
Yeah, she's dead.
No, Allie's not done with yet. I did give her a book on doing weird, freaky shit.
Well, don't
and
worry.
all the mathematical formula for it.
Well, don't worry.
That's
Remember,
true.
guys, the tank can think for itself. So if Callie were to just give the tank up, I think Mr. Servos would be a bit confused about that.
Mr. Servos would be like, beep boop the fuck?
But Dad, what?
I think Dr. Termers would also be a bit confused as well.
But yeah, that just caught my eye, and I was like, wait, what the fuck does this mean? And I looked at it. Fucking joking me? That is hilarious.
That is funny.
Okay. Anyway. Next session, the party will be going to the mine and dealing with the horse shit that I have planned. So, yeah. Like I said before, thank you everyone for showing up, regardless of how much time you actually spent. And thank you for putting up with my with today's horse shit. We'll deal with more. We'll deal with more horse shit next time.
Was today horse shit again?
No, actually, this was a pretty good session, honestly.
Yeah,
Huh?
we're fucking
I mean those crits. I mean,
Those were horse shit in our favor. So
yeah.
Do you want to play like a round of Risk Rain after this?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I am going to finish up my snack.
What?
wakey wakey eggs and
You
bacon,
guys said
DJ.
only one round though.
And then I'm going to go take.
Oh hey, did Jay wake up finally?
Yeah.
Yay! Woo!
Oh,
I'm
Jay,
at-
wait,
I'm-
hold on. Let me unmute him real quick.
Yeah, no, I'm tabbing over so I can.
I wanna let everybody know where I came home was to my campsite because I'm actually not at home right now. I have stepped out into the forest. It is dark as fuck, and there is something walking in the woods, and I cannot. What the fuck is that?
I can hear crickets when you talk.
Something in the woods with
Yeah,
wrong.
I can hear crickets.
Alright, that's a possum. I'm going back inside. Fuck that.
Careful. It might be a skinwalker.
Shut up.
That's why I'm going back in the thing. I got an RV. Okay.
It's
Oh, yeah,
it's a skinwalker just dragging its.
It's only considered to be a skinwalker if the entire thing is like white.
It was.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there.
I'm in my RV. I'm really hoping this thing can't tear through metal.
Mhm.
So, but if it does and I die, Tim blew his core up trying to take the fucking
Chicken.
high road.
No, I will say this: Tim blew his core up, but he still lives on because Seamus replaced his core.
Oh yes. Give Seamus a full body.
You want to play? What you give me the pouty face for?
Okay. Well, I gotta go since I got people coming over.
Alrighty, take it easy, Danger.
All right.
Ooh.
Danger.
Well.
We're rolling down a bit.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, I'll meet y'all in Color J's then.
Alright. Good night, good night. Have everyone hope.
Good game.
Good game.
Everyone, yes, good game.
Game.
Very nice.